Hello everybody, welcome back to... I was going to say welcome back to Creator Series. Kind of a weird one today, because we're doing a watch-along today, because of course I wasn't at the race on the weekend, because I was having my yearly Gillon Games party. This year was traitor-themed, and it was very good fun. It went fantastic well. I didn't really film too much of it, because I felt like people didn't really want to be filmed too much, so we just kept it casual, but very good fun. Lots of alcohol, so a little bit of a recovery day yesterday. Big messy house as well, but all that sorted now, so we're happy days, we're back into the grind. But yeah, so we're going to watch the Creator Series race today from Singapore on Saturday. Now, before the race, this was the championship standings. As you can see, I was leading the championship by 13 points over Ben, but Ben was also there. Tom 97, however, was not there, neither was Lolly, Razin was. So, because they live in different countries. So 23 points is the gap to Tom 97 before this race. So theoretically, if we can outscore, or if Tom wins the race, he will take the championship lead. Lolly can't take the championship lead mathematically, but he can close us down massively. So it's an interesting one. Let's get into it.
Twitch. Evening Baldy, you looked better with the wig on.
Yeah, should we? Let me show you the little video I took from the weekend. Hold on. This was the little video I took of people, which I put on Instagram. There you go. So I went full Claudia Winkleman on that one, which was good fun. So it was a full on proper wig, which was absolutely glorious. Thankfully, I only need to wear it during the actual games. But this is also a little bonus shot for you. This is Ben doing a tequila slammer shot. But apparently he just likes tequila slammer shots. Him and Razin just dropping a tequila slammer shot. And look, zero reaction. Neither of them particularly minded it for some reason. Very, very strange. But yes, anyway, that was a couple of clips there from Gillon Games Creator Series. But yeah, good fun on the weekend. But yeah, like I said, we're back at it now. Hello everybody, welcome in. Hope you're all good. I appreciate some of you guys might have seen Creator Series. I do know some of the results. But obviously I haven't seen the whole race. A few of the guys were watching the kind of end of the race, but I haven't seen much of it. And obviously we're also going to do the Clipbook as well as part of it and analyse any incidents that potentially happened. So yeah, Tom was not a happy bunny. Okay, well I'll see what happens to him then, because I genuinely don't really know what happened to him. But yeah, I agree. The win looks pretty fine. Do you know what? I actually ordered one first. It was terrible. It was really gappy. It basically was that. It was like, what is that? It's terrible. So I ordered the better one. All right, let's crack on then, shall we, guys? So I've actually downloaded the stream, so hopefully it'll play nicely for us today. Fingers crossed. Not too much out to go out so far this week, so the plan is Challenge Tuesday tomorrow, as always, about 3 PM UK time, aiming to start for that. Obviously, we'll have VSC Rank, we'll go and raid that tonight. We'll be broadcast tonight by TK, who's also there, actually. TK and Safso, they're both there for Gillon Games. And I'm going to stream a little bit more this week. Obviously, I've got Creator Series on Saturday. I'll try and do VSC Ranked on Friday, or I should be able to do VSC Ranked on Friday. Wait, have I got... Yeah, no, that's the case. And I'm going to try to sneak another stream this week. I feel like I've not really been streaming enough, so I wanted to just do something random this week. So yeah, I look forward to that. It was robbed. All right, we'll see. Second time in a row of reserve for you. Hope we didn't bottle too hard. All right, well, yeah, I will see. I genuinely don't really know where you finished, to be honest. So yeah. All right, so let's just get to the end of quali, shall we?
Yeah, that's what Tom could do if he wanted to, but he's going to stay in the commentary box just because he doesn't want to show everyone up. But yeah, 40 seconds left on the clock. I think we can get into the 127s here with Kareem, and I'm sure a few others could make it there. We've got a couple of yellow flags, but there is a lot of cars on track right now. It is a busy Singapore track with only 30 seconds left on the clock. MSKC almost losing the rear end there. There is very little grip out on this Singapore Grand Prix circuit at the moment. They are really struggling to get the tyres warmed up.
So yeah, obviously, as you see on the left-hand side there, we did have a few reserves in fact, a lot of reserves in. I think only about 10 of the full-time drivers signed up, because most of them were at Gillon Games. Most of the people that didn't attend, at least. So yeah, obviously, we've got some familiar faces up top there. Karim is definitely a shout for the race win. In fact, we've had all of the race winners from this season are not racing today. So Karim is definitely a shout for the win. Lolly should be a shout for the win. We've got Formula Kai back for this race. He's always a shout for a win. Who else? Carl is a good shout for a win as well. Skyzy, OG, potential shout for a win, although his pace hasn't been so good recently. Perya as well was always a strong contender when he was racing 4. So Tom 97 obviously as well. So a few people there that you would expect to be contention for the win. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, let's just skip steady quality right now. Crim taking pole, Lolly P2.
Lolly of P2.
Kai's gone up to P2.
For Lolly on all part.
Let's get through this. We don't want shorter quality. Let's just get the results. There we go. So yeah, Crim takes pole by a 10th. Crim, I think, loves this track. Then we've got Kai second, Lolly third. So 3 people I mentioned there. Tom 97, I think, probably just not qualifying on purpose, maybe, I guess. Which is a brave move at Singapore. Fair play to that. Skyzy up there in 6th. That's not bad. Half a second off. It's only qualifying. That's not bad. That's a good play from Skyzy. Carl in P8, 6/10 off. He definitely has got a good chance to win, as he often has. Oh yeah, Tom did qualify. They're down in P11. 7/10 off the pace. That's quite a long way. So yeah, anyway, let's get on with it. So the race start. Claudia is live. Yeah, I should wear the wig, shouldn't I? Really? I don't even know where it is, to be honest. I think it's downstairs somewhere. Don't want the wig. Oh, also, by the way, before we get into it, I'm pretty sure GB as well, but Ben definitely, and probably GB, messed with my office over the weekend, but I fixed it all. They did things like they hid my ear cups for this. They hid one of my gloves. They like just moved some bits about. You know what, my favourite prank that they did is I have this keyboard, right, MX keys, very nice keyboard. What they did is they swapped it out for this keyboard that I've got in here, which is just a very basic old Microsoft keyboard, which is my original rig keyboard before I got an MX Keys Mini in my rig. So just a very basic old keyboard that I use occasionally because MX Keys is only Bluetooth, whereas this, maybe I wonder if you can plug it in. Anyway, in theory it's only Bluetooth, whereas this is USB, so I can plug this in. So I do use it occasionally. This is in my drawer. What they did is they swapped that, so I found this on my desk, and then my very nice keyboard in the drawer. I don't know why, but that was my favourite prank that they pulled. Also, they did mess up the Rubik's Cube, but of course I fixed that, so we're all good on that. But yeah, didn't even see your room. I don't believe you, GB. I don't believe you. It's classic you and Ben, that. But I know for a fact it was definitely mainly Ben, so yeah. Going would have caused a lot more chaos. All right, well, I'll believe you for now, GB. I'll believe you for now. All right, let's crack on. So, race start.
Here today, including the top 2 in the championship and every single race winner so far in season 13. Opportunities presenting themselves
exactly what I said
for some of the others in the pack.
All right, we go then.
Versus Kai. We are racing for
Cream
62
on pole.
laps of the Singapore
Not the best start from Crim.
I don't think getting off the grid brilliantly has to cover off the attack from
Oh, that's
Kai
deep. My word.
Way too late on the brakes. Takes a trip off the road. Opens the door.
Okay, gives up position.
Whether
he intended to go in position or not, I'm not too sure, but we're giving benefit of doubt because he probably didn't deserve to keep that position there with how deep he went. Lolly, straight up to P2. So Crim on mediums. We need to review the tyres, really. Unfortunately, no one was running live timers. We can't go back and review any of that stuff. So yeah, we got softs for Kai, softs for Lolly, and mediums for Crim. So that maybe explains his slightly worse start. We also got softs for Ricky. So Crim going a bit different. We know that the sort of default strategy with Create Series this season is to go soft, medium, hard. Oh, someone around there. Who's that? There's Carl. It's Carl. And it's straight into a VSC. So Carl is straight down there, the order. Well, first up, let's have a quick look at the POV of Karim, because I want to see his start there. I think he just tried to brake run. It wasn't a bad start. Slightly worse launch on his mediums. But I feel like he just tried to brake run the outside and just launch it. It just went way too deep. And ended up having to go up the position. So yeah, not a good start at all there for Karim. Find his POV. Hold on a sec. Go. Have a look at Crim's POV. Ben already got his leg wheel back, actually. I haven't made a video of it yet. Oh, bogged down. In boost mode, off the start. Is this something Crim does regularly? Did he mean to do that? I don't know, because if you look...
Good luck. No. Trust me, Resin. Trust me.
If you look, so he starts in medium. You can't see underneath me here, but he's in medium in the bottom right. Even he's looking down, I guess, to the sort of rev lights, to the RPM here to get the right revs. But as he's looking down, he then shifts to boost off the line. So, so it was intentional, Crim. Okay, interesting. The boost off the line, yeah, he just seemed to bog down off the start. Not quite. I do find that's very easy to do in this game. Not quite enough power. You just got to give it just the right amount of beans. Let me see how many. Sorry, let's go back one more time. Let me see how many beans he was giving it. Only about half throttle-ish, and just sort of. Yeah, to me it looks like that's the sort of revs I normally aim for. Just sort of a third of the way through the rev lights. So that's about what I'd aim for normally. But then I don't know. I bog down sometimes, but I'm quite sensitive to it now. So if I feel bogging down, I just give it a bit of beans. You're better off getting wheel spin than bogging down. The revs just drop all the way down. He does increase the accelerator, look. He's now up to 3/4 throttle with boost on. I'm really surprised he bogged down then. So clearly just needs to rev a bit higher, but that is really bogging down. Hey, Carl. We're about to watch your whoopsie on that one. I haven't seen it yet. But yeah, so not a good start from Korean. They're mainly from bogging down. Secondary part of the phase there was actually alright. And then just, yeah, big mistake turn one. I could not get a warning there, really. Yeah. Kind of force the issue, but probably should back out anyway. I haven't gone so deep. Turn one. And we've got lolly runners outside on those softs. Yeah, he's just got better grip. Let's see what he does. Here a lolly. And Crew probably will try and send it on the outside. No. Whoa, big squeeze by lolly. Nicely driven though. Nicely down, and then Ricky's behind, but he's not got to attack. Okay, yeah, I mean, after the initial bog down there, obviously a bit late on the brakes in turn one, but other than that, pretty decent start for Grim. Nice car placement and stuff, so couldn't have done much for one of those mediums, I think. I think he'd be reasonably happy with that start. But yeah, let's go. Carl, did you stream? What's that, your surname? Did you stream it? Let's find out. GB doesn't understand the logic, what, of boost? Oh, you de-seeding into quality, you couldn't choose tire allocation? Okay, fair. You had a very ragged start, okay. It doesn't let you streamed it though, unfortunately. So we can't watch your POV, but who was it just behind you? Had the whoopsie with you, let's have a look. Guysy? Well, look, I mean, at the moment, Haas is looking great. We've got Chris in P5 and Carl in P8. So this is Chris, and this is Carl. So Carl looks like he sends it on Skyzy. Possibly just a bit of a lunge. Should we see if Skyzy streamed it? I do want to see this POV happen, especially as it's a Haas car. Yeah, Skyzy's saying mine. Wait, 5 hours ago. Okay, cool. Trade series, lap one. Go. This guy's you start. Faberhead inches in POV. Oh, sorry, I've only just seen that.
Come on, soft.
Skies, are they just surprised everyone's on soft? That's interesting if so. I wouldn't say it's obvious that the soft is the best tire to start on with the Create Series rules. You probably got a bit more battery there, but doesn't get attacked, so all good. Ah, you can see exactly what he does. Just outbrakes himself. Hits into the back of Vince, and round he goes. So just a big old mistake there from Carl. Unfortunately, it does punt Vince round as well.
Putain,
I imagine wasn't too happy with it, but he does get going again. Vince actually only loses a couple positions from it, so not too bad. Yeah, it causes a VSE. So just a straight up and down mistake from Carl there, and he was the one that came off worse for it. So yeah. Guys, it's your first race on this game, really? Wow, fair play then. I'm interested to see how you get on. Your pace seems pretty good then, especially considering that. Oh, it's a highlight. Oh, Carl, let me have a look. I'm such a Twitch noob. I never see this. Recent highlights. Here we go. 2 days ago.
Oh my!
So it removes it from broadcast then if you make a highlight of it. That's weird. Or as in if you, then I'm sure you can also choose to do that. Anyway, okay, here we go. Sorry. Work out. Missed that before. Let me have a look.
Jesus Christ!
They're on the outside. Grid jokes, I think.
Oh my God, mate! Honestly.
Yeah, that's fair. I think Grid jokes was a bit hopeful there. Like, I mean, Carl's not going to jump out the way here. Grid jokes is clearly by far the car behind. If you look in the mirror here, you can see they're just about front wheel to rear wheel underneath me here. Just about front wheel to rear wheel there. So just a bit too far behind. I think just hopeful from Grid jokes there to get anything other than that. Although Skies, he probably squeezed a little bit too much. But yeah, I think that was entirely predictable. I was terrified by the ERS management. Well, Singapore's one of the easier tracks for it, that's for sure. So, did I say VSB?
Just settle in early.
Let's just settle in early and then goes for this. Let's have a look. I mean, to be honest,
Sorry, Vince, I'm just gonna wait. Sorry. Oh,
yeah.
Why? Why do I do this, man?
Yeah, fair frustration. To be honest, he actually doesn't break outrageously late. If Vince didn't exist, he absolutely would have got this stopped. He'd have given Skyzy room. It would have been a completely clean and fair move. It's just lap 1. Everyone's bunched up. Everyone's slow. Carl goes for it. Doesn't really factor in how bunched up they are in front. And just hits into the back of him. So doesn't actually spin round, but he does wait for him there.
Why?
Be a frustration,
Why do I do
but
this, man?
don't think he got any damage from it though. So position's lost. Not ideal at Singapore, but he should be able to recover. So we'll see how we keep track of his race as it goes on. Let's go on with it after the VSC.
Decision, consider the racing speed, as we do get
There we go.
restarted. No penalties at all. Formula Kai got a great getaway there, and as you can see, possible race strategies powered by AWS.
Nice little jump there for Kai, remember. Was in creative series for a long
There's 2 occasions
time
there was
before
0
Kai
space.
never picked up
Yeah.
a race win. Can he try and steal it on his return? There's a 5-minute 39 first lap time. Absolutely rapid from Kai there. We're unable to see what's going on with the interviews, with the intervals, which is delightful. As into the pits comes Nick Flies and F1. Face a curve as Lolinover barrels his way through. Muscly move.
There is a wing there. IWC Microsoft. Is that Alpine? Why is it? What is it, chat? Someone help. IWC Microsoft. Who's that? Come on. Is it Merck? It was Tom. You guys mentioned Tom 97 a second ago. All right, let's go find him. Let's go find him because you were mentioning him that he got compromised by that, and I was wondering how. Well, that's clearly how. So let's go have a look. Well, that's clearly how. So let's go have a look. All good.
The box, but I knew we weren't going to get there.
Sure, he wasn't very happy with this either. Let's have a look.
I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. Make sure we get ahead of Chappers.
Well, Mike very quiet compared to his game sound.
Oh my god, man.
Oh, brave move. Gridjokes could have. Look, I mean, it's a brave move because Gridjokes is more going to the middle here. I would suggest it's more going. God's sake, Twitch. Gridjokes is more going to the middle here. I would say to discourage a send rather than necessarily to fully defend the inside.
Steamo 1988 just subscribed on Twitch.
Thank you, Steamo, for the tier 1. 28 1 subscribed. Sorry, we had BR Mac for that as well. I'd looked at your sub and think of a shout out for some reason. Thank you for the prime. 5 months subscribe. Even bolder, you look better with the wig on. Very good. Yeah, so here, I would not be surprised in this situation if Gridjokes just resumes the racing line. Because look, Tom's not alongside him. He's not even that near him. Gridjokes can brake relatively late because he's got a 3-tenth gap in front of him. Here, I would be, in Tom's situation, I'd be expecting Gridjokes to just resume the racing line. So either I would go for a dummy up, go for a send up the inside, or I would sit behind him. I would not do the send here that Tom does. And to be fair to him, the first hit of the brakes, he doesn't outbrake him. It's when he sees the gap remain there, he says, all right, he lifts the brakes a little bit and goes, all right, I'll see when I'm going outside. But obviously it was never really going to happen there. But he does now the inside the next one. But then we've got Kyle in front doing the send that we've already seen. There goes that wing that we recognised on the track. Yeah, frustration for Tom. Don't know if he could have done much else. Should have braked more. I mean, right now he's not braking. I'm not going to blame him, but I'd suggest if he braked a little bit more, he may have been able to avoid wing damage here. But I think we're nitpicking, to be honest. But if you can see this in front of you and you're not braking the whole time and try and lessen it as much as possible, then it's not that surprising when you get wing damage, but obviously not his fault. But I felt like he maybe could have avoided damage there if he just braked a little bit more. But yeah, unfortunately for Tom, wing damage down to P11 at the moment. The only guy that can take the championship lead off me got damage lap 1. Go on.
Muscly move from the reigning champion.
How does Tom get damage but Carl doesn't? Yeah, that is a bit wild, to be fair. I think it must have been the angle, maybe. No, because it's very similar. I don't know. Wild.
Very much the company in the battle, just behind for 3rd and 4th.
Very nice that from Lolly Noble. We saw actually on that camera.
Right, so Lolly just took the lead.
There was a little piece of carbon fibre.
Still got crew in P3 on mediums.
Like a bit of front ready.
Don't we see the tyres yet? There we go, there they are. So, Krim and Skyzy literally are one in the top 15 on softs. This all needs to change, man. It's becoming pretty boring. People at the back are obviously always going to go a bit different. You particularly got Scotty there on hards. If you're at the back, you may as well try something different, but it's obviously the default strategy. Krim, I think he said that he wasn't able to choose his tyre allocation. Skyzy has never raced this race before. So, other than that, everyone else on softs. Wild.
The interval will fix itself going in to our next racing lap.
2 of the 3 reserve appearances have killed championship contenders. Oh my god, Carl. I mean, your win rate is unbelievable, but that's not a good stat. Let's give it a bit of time.
Has onto the wall. Yeah.
I think it's the little bit with the
Leander
leading.
45690 just subscribed on Twitch.
Thank you, Leander, for the prime sub. 21 subscribed.
Fastest lap on the previous tour is with a Dark Viper P.
Waiting. Because
Through here. I'm not watching everyone on the 62 laps, so nothing's happening.
no 70. Sorry, we're gonna see
Nothing's happening right now. Everybody just sitting. Look, so there's some gaps. So Ricky's dropped back a little bit from the front 3. I think I would suggest that Karim, and I will actually just check VSC data real quick to get the tyre crossovers, but I would suggest now that Karim is probably starting to get better tyres than the cars in front of him. Let me check real quick. Well, we're on lap 6. Yes, absolutely. According to VSE data, in fact, it happens after about 4 laps. So Krim right now has got the better tyres compared to people around him. So that's partly why that gap's opened up to Ricky. I'd have thought Ricky able to go with them. And then Chris 2 seconds back again from that. We are seeing some gaps open. But then behind Chris, look at that. Very, very close. Everybody within a second, right the way down to Hayden in P13.
Then it's 2 seconds. Back to Ricky and Chris in P5.
97 down there in P15 right now. I don't think he's pit, but still carrying that damage.
Tom 97 still bogged down in P15. Here comes the Alpine of that Vince to the inside. Should be fairly regulation into turn 7. Chris doesn't fight it too hard. Vince a little
Guaranteed head loss in Vegas.
But does complete the over. That being the 13. And finally the medium 3.
There he is.
Little bit of time.
Oh look, let's move.
All of those guys. So if you need to ask again, just hold that thought because Cream spots a gap down to turn 13 to the inside of the Anderson Bridge. Little bit of tie-to-tie contact between himself and Kai.
Kareem got the move done, nice and clean that. We'll see what Kai does here. Nah. Kai was pretty fair there, left the room.
The answer's no. And finally the
Move done, and I think it won't be too long till we see him in the lead.
Into turn 7.
There he goes.
In that top 12 pack.
Looked like he had a lot of damage there.
Yeah, pretty standard one this one. No one's fighting him. Once again, he's on a different strategy. There's no point fighting him. Ollie lets him through. Job done. Grim leads. Now let's see what sort of gap he's able to pull.
Just needs to try and take this before.
Yeah, Skies is the next one to keep an eye on those mediums still. P6 right now.
Can't slide it to the inside. His spook concept is very late on the brakes into 60.
There's Carl again. Not recovered as well as I expected him to be honest. He's definitely out of position now after that little whoopsie. That's wide of Persia. Easy to get a 10-second penalty here. Wouldn't surprise me if we see a few of those in this race. So that's quite early, I would suggest.
Not good up. It was should be.
You won't see majority of people in for another couple laps. Is that Kai in?
They were all losing hand. Versus Concept 7 into the first.
Just moved by Carl on Concept. Pretty standard stuff, looks it. Looks like he must have got to run out the final corner or add more battery.
For an overtake, Carl versus Concept 7 into the first corner, and Carl
a bit of contact.
line and take that position.
I want to see that one because these moves always interest me because you very often see contact and it's very rarely necessary. Look, I know it's F1 game. I've come to accept it, but did like quite a lot of unnecessary contact happen on that lap. Let's have a look though.
I'm going wrong on the.
Looks like concept gets him back. Wait, no, sorry, I've gone back too far. Okay, so there was a pre-send here. Yeah, Singapore has a weird drop-off curve, a much lower drop-off curve. Normally, the full power of the electrical deployment starts to get cut off at 290 kilometers an hour. At Singapore and Monaco, I think it's 210. A lot lower. So yeah, it's just your infinite battery. You just basically use boost every straight, don't you? I haven't actually raced Singapore in a while, but
I'm going wrong on the exit. That's the problem. I'm gonna get him. It's a matter of time. Come on.
Having a cheeky little flick. Flicking is slightly been nerfed this year, as I predicted when the game launched. We're seeing the flickers struggle a bit more. People like Karim mastered the flick. Okay, yeah, nice exit.
Come on.
Turned the batch off very early there, though. Nah, that was all good. Might have been a little bit of contact there. Yeah, see, that's not great.
Man, I'm literally on the apex. Why are you turning into space that is disappearing?
Honestly, fair frustration from Carl there. Like, it's just that's sort of what I meant there by the unnecessary contact. Turn 1 was actually really nice by both. On the limit by both. Just room given. Perfect. There though, I mean, like Carl moans about, what the hell is he supposed to do here? Like concept, it's just a misjudgment. Like it's not anything done on purpose. It's not anything done for nefarious means. That's probably not the right word, but you know what I mean. But it just causes like there's just sliding, and they just chuck themselves half a second for no reason. And there's obviously always risk you can get damage with that sort of thing, so it's not great. I just want to highlight here though. I'll just go back a little bit. I've mentioned this a couple of times recently, and I always get the same response of leaving room to the white line, right? I always say you don't need to really leave room to the white line. You need to leave room to a fair racing surface. So some curbs you can't use, obviously. So you need to leave someone a car's width between your car and the start of that curb, because you can't use that curb. Other bits of the track, like we see here, look where Chappers is, it's completely fine. And it makes sense to not leave a car's width to the white line. This is actually a really good example of it, because Carl here is completely fair. But look where he goes. There's barely any room there. But this curb is pancake flat in the game, so you want to use it. Just look at Chapper's line. This is completely fine. Imagine in a situation where Carl leaves the car's width to the white line here, Concept would be ahead, because Carl would need to go so slow in order to leave that room, which, by the way, Concept wouldn't even use. He would still be on the same line he's on now, and Concept would just get ahead. It's stupid. I don't really understand the logic of people. I think maybe technically the rules say like to the white line, but in reality, both in the game and in real life, look at the situation we find ourselves in. If people are using that line anyway, it makes sense to squeeze up to that line. Not like why would Carl here be a car's width further left? It makes no sense. So put that debate to bed. Let's move on. Right word, wrong pronunciation. Nefarious is how you say it, I think.
Into P8.
Or is it nefarious?
Defending now,
I think it's nefarious.
Into what is turn 5.
You're racing from Concept. GB loves it. GB loves turning in contact. It's his favourite.
Enabled. Can use a little bit of his battery there to try and defend that his laps in.
Yeah, Carl comes through. Keep an eye on his progress. So Skyzy on those mediums isn't actually really making any progress. I wonder if Skyzy's rinsed his tyres maybe, because he's actually still falling back from Ricky, or it's just a little race rusty thing. He's the car directly in front of us here. Surprisingly, on mediums, is not making any progress to the cars in front. But yeah, Krim now pulling a good lead. We'll see if there's a safety car though before all the stuff on his box. Oh, hello. Tom 97 go for Fabio. Oh, skill issue.
As we see Tom 97 go round and put it into.
Is that safety car? Certainly at least the VSC.
Have a full course.
Full safety car. There you go. Full safety car. We'll go watch that in a second. But this is why you start on softs, right? So Karim, his tyres just started coming good. He's managed to pull a 2-second gap. Safety car. So that's why. Perfect example, you want to get rid of the worst tyres first. The softs are normally the worst tyre at almost every track. Get them out of the way nice and early. Then with a safety car, you then got good tyres used first of the race. So, but I know Krim had the issue where he couldn't choose his tyres, but yeah. Whoops, yeah, we'll go watch it, but it's just it just looks like a straight up skill issue from Tom 97, unfortunately. I'll be honest. Oh, yeah, Tom. Have we still got him? Here he is. I'll be honest. Tom's form on this game is not good enough by Tom's standards. Simple as that, really. He's not got the pace. He's not got the consistency. His battery management is bad. Like, obviously, because he's such a good driver, overall he's still doing all right, but it's not good enough. How did Fabio get that exit, by the way? I didn't realise Fabio just overtaken him. Hey, Fabio, welcome in.
Damage, lap 1, mate.
Tom has got his damage.
Lap 1.
Fabio's not really got the exit on him. They've both got... Oh, overtake mode. Wow. Is this overtake mode?
Got some straight lines for you.
That's crazy. That's... You know what? This is because the trade-off of power, as I mentioned earlier, starts at 210 kilometers now at Singapore and Monaco, not 290. So basically what it's doing there is as soon as Tom hits 210k, his power starts reducing. Whereas Fabio, because he's got overtake mode, it doesn't start reducing. So watch the speed here. So from now, this early on, Fabio's got more power for the rest of the straight. And that power difference increases as the speed increases.
Fabio's got some straight lines for you.
And that's what allows him to get almost completely ahead, but not quite. But tries to hold it. Fabio, tell you what, beautiful. Beautiful. Before we see less beautiful driving, let's just appreciate Fabio's space here. Although he's almost got the move done. And his proximity ratio might have even flashed white there, maybe. Look, perfect. Little squeeze on the apex. Tom tries to hold it. Boom, job done. Very nice fair driving there. Undefined followed. And yeah, little giggle from Tom. Full safety car.
Safety car.
He'll be happy with that. I think Tom will genuinely be happy with that. I think Tom would have rathered, he would genuinely rather that have a spin and get some more damage, but there be a safety car, then none of those things happen. I genuinely think that Tom's happy with that outcome. He obviously didn't do it on purpose there, but because I'm surprised that's a safety car. It's one car having a skill issue. How is that an instant safety car?
Fabio's got some straight lines for you.
Fabio's saying, yeah, watch and learn from my driving. Oh, Fabio's also got damage? Okay, fair. He's got some on the boost too early. I'm like 7 skill issue. Yeah, I mean, look. There was no other yellows on track. I cannot believe that's an instant safety car, but there you go. Right. Let's skip to the end of the safety car. Everyone will box. Probably mostly to mediums, would be my guess. We've got Vince. No, we've got Ricky having gone to hards. Vince and Carl already went to hards on lap 1. By the looks of it. Skies has just gone to hards. Probably, you think mediums would be the choice. Let's see. Mostly are going hards. Most people going hards. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Maybe the mediums are the better race tyre.
Like you said, the majority of the field going for the hard tyres. Kareem, I think, realising that in a bit of a sticky situation, that safety car's come at the wrong time.
I was having audio issues. Ah, that's unfortunate.
Something different. Get these soft tyres out of the way, because he probably backs himself pace-wise to work his way back through the pack if he does find himself needing.
Yeah, mostly gone hards. I am surprised at that.
Yeah, the good thing is for Kareem now.
Kareem's gone softs, which it makes sense. Starting on those mediums, get the softs out of the way as early as you can. He didn't start on them, but now just get them away. It means he'll have a good couple of laps, then he'll start plummeting, especially to the hard runners. Lolly going mediums would be the more the strategy I would expect. Grid jokes, chappers, concept. Okay, we'll see how this strategy shakes out, but I'm surprised as many people went hard as they did.
Tyres are going to be the fastest tyres on the grid. If he's got the pace, which we've already seen he has, he could pull that gap away, give himself.
But maybe the mediums are the better tyre.
Pressure from behind, and all he has to do is focus on keeping
actually
around the same.
According to VSE data, yes, the mediums are the best tyre. According to this data, which isn't always perfectly accurate, but till for about the first 26 laps of a stint, 26 laps of a stint, the medium tyres are the better tyre. And the hards only go a couple laps longer, according to VSE data. Now that data is from the launch of the game. It's a little bit early, so I don't know exactly how accurate that is. We've got V2 coming hopefully this week, but
there he is. P8 at the moment, hasn't had the best of a while.
So maybe that's why. Again, it's not always soft, medium, hard. It's just that you want to get rid of the worst tyres as early as possible. So normally hard to the best tyres, you save them to the end. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. So look at this restart.
As we wait for the green flags to flutter. Coming out of 16 and 17, I think Kareem has punched it into the final 2 corners we ride. We are racing.
Hard stroll with traction a lot, okay.
Kareem 17 from Lolanobi, your reigning champion. Ricky
so okay, the leaderboard was bugged.
Skies with top 5, maybe not for that longer, because Skies was out of shape through the final couple of corners under the cosh with that Gavin. Right underneath the rear, we get the Williams, Grid Jokes, and then comes Clipbook Carl in the fray as well.
Chris just got concept.
Tom 97 already with a couple of places made up from 18th to 16th. Lightning start.
The Krim will want to get Lolly out of overtake range as quickly as possible. We know overtake's pretty powerful at Singapore.
Not sure if he's trying to communicate a message to Vince just behind, but we watch and wait to see what the Alpine does. Not close enough to even think about it.
And we've got Lolly on mediums, Ricky on hards.
His driver's just got to make sure those hard tyres are nicely warmed up.
No incidents into that corner this time.
Racing over,
a little bit.
He takes it on the inside.
48 that race.
Tyres again, really.
Both of them are choo-choo train. Very Carl.
Yeah, so they put it at the left now. So assuming that's right. So it's Lolly on mediums, Grid Jokes, Chappers, Chris, Concept. So okay, so I'd say based on pace, Chris and Lolly are the ones to watch out for on mediums. Obviously, Krim on softs, we happen to him, and assume everyone else is on hards. Doing Tom 97 down in P15 right now.
Probably already be starting to feel a little bit average.
Yeah, of course.
I got shouted by the safety car.
The safety car. The soft tyres do still gain. 3 Kareem has disconnected from the Grand Prix, and that's going to really change up this race.
Things weren't problematic.
So Kareem disconnecting there on lap 17.
Perfect.
Here we have here. Go watch his reaction to that and what happened. I assume it was a full game crash. Might be a disconnect though. Let's have a look. No, it's just disconnect. See what he thinks of this. Leading the race. Yeah, okay, on softs. He's going to go take by Lolly pretty soon and caught by the hard runners in a few more laps, but that's lap 17.
Chat, can you still hear me? Yes, you can.
Speed up, speed up, speed up, speed up, speed up, speed up.
I mean, obviously, we're fortunate in this game that you get AI control. Yeah, something like iRacing, that's it. That's your day over. You normally rejoin your cars in the pits, and that's kind of it, really. You know, in this sort of race, you're never going to recover. But a lot of people seem to be having these issues. Now, look, I've highlighted Hayden's hosting, and he is hosting again today. I've highlighted his hosting before as a potential issue. I've never seen these kind of issues, but I know a lot of people have. And there's actually a bit of chatter just today in the EA Discord server about this. They've obviously expanded the online lobbies this year. Last year it was 20 drivers with +2 spectators. This year it's 22 drivers +2 spectators. So there's 2 more people in the lobby compared to what we had previously with Creator Series, and 2 more cars in the lobby as well. So I don't know if that's the issue, because I never really have issues. I don't know, I'm jinxing this now, but like all season Creator Series, I think did I have one issue at one point, maybe a game crash at the start of a race or something. But that was in Monaco. That was launch week. We were having major issues. There was massive connection issues. Since then, I've not had, during a race, my game's not crashed at all. I've not been disconnected at all, I don't think. I've not had any issues, but I don't very often race in full lobbies, which is why I'm highlighting that 22 car limit, 24 person limit in the lobby now. Because a lot of these guys do. A lot of these guys, people like GB, they do open lobbies all the time. They get full lobbies all the time. And those guys are saying, yeah, there's big issues this year, guys. It's happening all the time. Lolly's saying it too. But I don't see them. So it's either full lobbies are causing it, and that would make sense as to why we were limited to 20 cars for so long, potentially. But even like F1 World could have been 30 cars, potentially. A. B, I do have a very good computer with very good wired internet. So, is that part of it? I wouldn't have thought that the PC matters, unless these guys have got genuine issues like overheating and stuff, which I don't think they have. So, it could just be I've got more reliable internet than most. And this game, maybe because there's small players, could be a bit more sensitive to slight latency, to slight lag. Just a little bit of jitter in your connection, and then boom, you're out. I don't know, but again, I've not seen this. I've not really seen this at all. So it also could be just Hayden hosting. For some reason, Hayden could have some kind of issue. What do you guys think? Yeah, I will watch in a sec, Krim. Plus of 900 disconnections for Krim. Oh dear. Hayden hosting, but disconnected right as the lights went out. Yeah, I saw that. I honestly don't really know why they keep Hayden hosting, to be honest. Hayden doesn't need. There's no advantage to Hayden hosting. Like, there's no reason that it should always be Hayden. And we keep having issues. And to my mind, it seems to be more so when Hayden hosts. I haven't checked that for sure. But I feel like we always get games crashing, people disconnecting. And it seems to happen more often when Hayden's hosting than everyone else. But I don't know. Didn't set a few issues in community events. GB has too. Yeah, open lobbies freezing all the time. Okay. All right. We'll tell you what. This week I'll do some open lobbies, shall we? We'll do a little test, because again I don't see any of these issues. So if we do a test, obviously it's a bit of an issue because if other people are disconnected, they could just genuinely have bad connections. But at some point this week, I will do an actual open lobby. So I do VSC rank, but it's very rare we get a full 22-person lobby because of the nature of the system. So I'll do open lobbies where we get 22 people in, and we'll see if I have any issues. And if I do, if I start getting issues, 100% it's because of 22 people lobbies in some way. It just causes some sort of instability. If I don't get any issues, who knows what it is. But we'll do a bit of diagnosing effectively. Yeah. VSC isn't limited to 20 people, it's 22. Hayden's been summoned for his bad hosting. Anyway, let's see what happens to Grim next.
P2? Okay.
You pitted?
He's going to gap us.
Is AI really pit?
Enough, that AI. He turns in, a little bit of contact.
Wait, hold on. Is Lolly going to lose his mind racing AI?
Behind the slow Audi in the middle sector. The AI goes defensive, forces Lolly to go the long way round. Got to be careful here. Lolly turns in, a little bit of contact as the Cadillac gets all loosey-goosey on the outside. Still Kareem's AI fighting it out hard.
I got to watch that movie. Everyone always loses their mind when they race AI. I don't know why. Lolly's leading this race. It's not like, you know, by turning in on him, he's going to gain a massive advantage over the field or lose a disadvantage, whatever. Everyone loses their mind when they race AI. God.
Non voglio andare nel
Bro is absolutely sweating. That was it, lap 17. Wait, I want to see what he did.
una ghiera quasi simile. Questa cosa, ragazzi. 25.
That's not too bad. I did less than an hour of practice. Anyway, lap 17.
Ce l'ho. Mi dispiace.
Let's see him lose his mind here at Racing AI. I might be wrong, but it didn't look like he turned in on him unnecessarily there.
Info. È crashato solo Karimo o anche gli altri? Karimo che allora all'attacco. Karim è crashato e basta.
90 AI is fine.
Mi dispiace, bro. Oddio, mortacci sua. Guarda il bot. Oh, il bot.
Not as bad as I looked off board. Was a bit of a squeeze. Ah, it was alright. I think he was alright there. I wouldn't say he lost his mind there. Definitely squeezing a bit on the apex for an AI, but kind of got what we deserved. Lost a bit of time. That's it. Definite squeeze. But yeah. Anyway, let's get back on board with Krim. Let's see what happens to him next.
So, fuck, man. We were supposed to hold P1.
I think the AI is right. I know Fabio's in chat talking about increasing AI difficulty level from 90. What you've got to be careful of, you don't want anybody to gain time when they disconnect. So you have to set game crash as he rejoins. Brutal.
Is this for real? Is this being for real right now?
Brutal.
I can't believe it.
What's Mega Bonk, please?
And now this game is going to take 10 fucking years to load back up.
That is slow to launch, I think, because of the anti-cheat.
There's nothing I can do. Watch now, there'll be no safety car.
But yeah, so 90 AI, you have to set the AI lower than the slowest person in the lobby. 90 AI is probably about right. I think if you go higher, you could have the situation where someone disconnects and they start going quicker, they start gaining time. That obviously shouldn't happen. You should never gain an advantage by disconnecting. So I think 90's fine. Again, it's one of those ivory tower type situations, isn't it? Because we're lucky that we have AI. Yes, okay, it's annoying. You lose a bit of time and you lose a couple of positions and they might pit at a weird time, but you're still in the race. You're fine. I didn't box for him. Oh my god, look how slow it is. There he goes. He's got to go again. P10, but on those softs. Do you know what? It's kind of good that he's on softs, because although it's cost him a load of time, if he was on a good race tyre here, like hards, or even mediums, and drop back, that's more frustrating, because you're like, I'm on a good race tyre, I can't even use it. He's on a bad race tyre anyway, there's probably going to be more safety cars. Yes, it's annoying, but now you just reset and go again. You're on lap 20 of 62, you're only a third of the way through this race, you're on the bad tyre, so you're going to get out of the way. There'll be a safety car in a minute, everyone will go hard if they haven't already. Some will go mediums and try and stretch it. You just got to take the rough with this move, really.
Look at where Lolly is.
See if he see if there's any frustrated moves here. The game from 90 they're not going to be challenging the lead. It doesn't matter though.
No, can you ban that?
Why is the lead relevant here? It's not relevant. Imagine if you're fighting for P14 with somebody for a couple of points and they disconnect and suddenly the AI overtakes you and then gains 2 seconds on you. Like what? That's not on. It doesn't matter about the lead.
I can't talk to my engineer.
Game shuffle Crim's
I can't
tires.
do box to slap or anything. It doesn't let me.
So he's got the issue where the OSD isn't really working, I think. Yeah, he's not. Oh, he did go for all on the choppers there, but not. To be honest, his tyres are now worse than these medium runners, so he's going to struggle. Even though he's definitely quicker than these guys, but he's going to struggle. That he can't get past chappers. Try as he might.
I don't think he is.
Chapper's not defending. Nicely down by both. A little bit of contact, but half of the course. Player specific AI. That'd be that. I quite like that idea. Oh, okay, hold on. He's getting a bit desperate now, I'd say. That's quite the send. That could have gone. That could have DNF'd. Get out of my way.
That second set of mediums.
Big gain one.
What these
Going on in front. Let's have a look.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's gonna put me on the use, isn't it? What are these numbnuts doing, bro? Lolly's literally exiting sector 1 right now. Like, I need a safety car.
There will be one.
That's not even my fault as well.
Frustrating here. Losing time behind people battling their way through. Someone in his chat fighting for the big P6 in lap 24. Hasn't got the tyres. If Chris hasn't got overtake mode. Oh, you see, a little bit squeezed out. I think it's okay actually, but a little bit squeezed by Chris there. And look what it does. This move is virtually done at this point, and it's still probably done. But because of that bit of contact there, and then another bit there, causes a slide. He doesn't get the exit, so Chris gets the exit on him. Oh, forcey issue there. Nicely done. Chris does give him room. Now he's going to back out. Okay, up to P8. I want to see a bit more of this because I think he's driving a bit frustrated here. Okay, boxes. Boxes lap 25. All right, there we go.
Was there a bit of wheel dragging there?
Numbnuts, yeah, numbnuts is a good insult. I like it.
Detached as that Skies he's battling away with Concept 7. Hayden Gullis now very much in this equation. Too out of shape. Big
Oh, he did lose overtake Chris. Yeah, I thought so. You can clearly tell. That's brutal. I've not really raced Singapore, so that is brutal. How much time you lose without overtake.
Yeah, he certainly has. He's got himself back in the session, but almost a second back, and he's going to be losing time.
Here goes my front wing.
Now with those soft tyres. Not being the best position because you
Skyzy.
even though the air had them for only a couple of corners and they racked them in those few corners, you can guarantee that for a second. But there you go, Hayden Gullis showing a little bit more of what we expected from this. Kareem leads again from session.
That was his game crash we already saw.
In second place,
Kareem split up and didn't loop there as well. Kai completes the move off link for the turn.
Taking AI.
Showing his back control of his four-wheel
back. I do about having it to the Singapore out in front though. Lolly
of 132 quicker.
So Lolly just streaking away at this phase on those medium tyres, but we don't have the best race tyre. We'll see if Kai comes back.
To do coming through over the bridge goes Perrier. Pete also in the wall, just in the background.
Not going to see Kai and Ricky 03, or sorry, third and second, I should say.
Side of Chappers desperate to try and use what's left of his soft compound tyres. You can see Chris and Concept 7 going into combat just in front.
Red flag. There you go. There's another look at tyres. So we have quite clearly, I think, based on a glance at that, seen the medium runners move forward. We didn't have that many medium runners in the top 9, I don't think, before. So right now they've got an advantage, but we'll see how that turns later on. Lolly, Grid Jokes, Chris, Concept 7, Chappers.
And the Aston Martin doing a good job to cling onto it around the outside now into turn 10.
Was the bold 7 we talked about live when we watched this POV.
Considerably faster than the pair of them. Kai struggling at the moment, nearly 6 seconds off the back of Lolanova. Ricky not close enough into turn.
Ricky's got good pace today.
On the previous tour.
Oh, bit of contact there, another bit of unnecessarily F1 green contact. Both on hards.
Kai and Ricky, so he's taking chunks of time out of this duo. And Ricky probably saying, "Come on, mate, get on with it here. We're losing time hand over fist to Lon."
Formula long, and he jumps.
There he goes.
Exact same lap times. But Carl is certainly faster. But down the inside goes Ricky 03. He's decided
nice send that. Very nice send.
Plays, lapping for much too long. And he
Let's see if he can get after Lolly then, who's got a 5.8 second gap now with the best race tyre.
1-2, everybody. Of Kai still in this train that goes from Vince's teammate. Ricky's already dropped. Huge wobble there for
and Boxy, which we saw on board with him.
Now can he
spotted down the straight? Fabio sees it coming, goes defensive, trying to
completely fresh air
watch this
for the next 10 or so laps.
Fabio versus Tom 97. Williams versus Mercedes.
Oh, this is just behind Fabio around the outside.
That was tight.
Complete this overtake.
The contact on the apex. Oh, the snap. Tom's back at the inside. No, he's not. Another good defense by Fabio.
Will that be his downfall as Tom gets the cutback, gets the traction, gets
we won't give this up.
To go the long way round though into turn number 14. Will he be given the time?
We'll go to the switchback.
Goes defensive again, still going for that switchback move.
Fabio probably has got overtake mode. Right now he's outside a second, but
with two Creator Series veterans,
that's because of their battling.
16, this will have to be now for Tom. Can't find a way through. Robust.
Very high quality racing this.
Keeping hold of that 12th, or keeping hold of that 11th place, I should say. Clutching it greatly to his grasp.
I want to see that. I want to see that on board with Tom. That was very nice racing. Lap 27.
Apologies, I picked a. It's just.
No, it wasn't.
Dark.
think must went up 26. Okay. So it was actually Hayden Fabio attacking.
Grim's had enough of those soft tyres.
Fabio definitely had overtake. Don't get compromised by the guys in front. A little bit. Right, look at that diff slide. That's a really good example of a diff slide. Look, as he turns in here, the car, rather than just turning in, it kind of just does a four-wheel slide. This game does that a lot. We've tried to shoot out as much as we can with the VSC setups. V2 has made a good step from that, but it's impossible to shoot out completely there. Look, just car just sliding on turn-in for no reason. It's a big feature of this handling of this game.
An exit. Oh, they're getting. Chappers is out of battery though.
Ooh. Very last minute setting that. Probably gets a run on them, run the outside. On leave space, nice. Backs out immediately, pretty much. Must change his mind. Go for a switchback.
Bit late to get overtake.
And he went straight mode.
And straight mode open that.
Yeah, bit of contact. Just Tom slightly misjudged turning in.
Let's go, Fabio. Let's dance, baby.
Let's dance, baby.
Let's dance.
Diff slides are horror. I know they're such a huge part of the handling. About to get to limit this game. They're not fun, are they?
On the cutback.
Buddy, video called me while live at yours, by the way, after the race. Trying to say you got P2. Amazing. This is just really nice racing. So I don't know, I'm not in full screen mode, but this is just really nice racing. Yeah, nice move by Fabio is what that was. But Fabio has now lost overtake mode.
I've got no pace. It
looks like he seems to be quicker than Tom 97, which just shows you. To be honest, I think Fabio's in a similar place in the pack compared to previous games. It's Tom that's dropped off.
Oh well, there it is.
And gives himself a 3. On lap, not even halfway through this race.
Oh well.
For no gain whatsoever, a 3. The fall of Tom 97 needs to be studied.
Oh, it's one of them races today.
Just put me one of them. It's just every race this season, Tom, I think is what you mean. Not good.
With Kai
Right.
making this one an absolute mile and behind the Red Bull to get himself
Car
inside
gets
the
Kai
top
here.
for what would be
Big
the
send.
first time this evening. Not close
No,
enough.
Kai goes deep.
with a little bit of
Oh,
air,
that's
but
very. He hits the
straight
wall.
through by an absolute
Very
mile
deep from
and
Kai.
hands it over, rolls out the red carpet.
Well, up to P3.
Nice, thank you very much, please and thank you.
Get this forward out of my
Up
car.
into third position. Carl may be driving, or Kai I should say, may be driving in his mirrors a little bit too much.
Batteries is his Achilles heel, but it's not at Singapore.
Heading into Narnia.
We did see it. Was it Hungary? We saw him sort of back to a
just
bit
see
more of a
that
previous
where
form
he's
because it wasn't
upgraded
such a big battery track. But this isn't a battery track. It's
luckily he made the wall slide
Tom
down
just
for-
isn't
And here comes Carl again. Into
gelling
turn
with this
one.
game.
Is he going to make it pay from 2
Whoa,
laps?
that was a big
And
slide.
sideways,
Oh my
and then
word.
really sliding it through the first
That was
corner.
spicy.
Very defensive from Ricky 03
From Carl.
as Carl went for that overtake and
Looked pretty fair to me, though.
Used a lot of battery down that back straight. So it's got to be a little bit careful now from Formula Kai.
Right, we're on lap 28, buddy. Why are you talking about
Carl
lap
takes that second
62?
place that he's been pushing for the last few laps. He's going to go to the inside.
Fall is
now,
zero
goes to the
practice.
outside. A little bit of wheel banging once again as Ricky 03.
Oh, that's naughty. I feel like we need to go Car here. Car. I feel like that's not necessarily the case. I think he's probably entitled to say that during PSGL. In Creator Series, most of us don't particularly practice. Like an hour before the race, maybe. Most of us aren't sweaty. Creator Series is purposefully, by almost design, not sweaty. So I don't think the zero practice thing, unless all of Tom 97's previous form was because he was a sweat and was doing loads of practice. And then obviously, and we've seen this with people like Skyzy in the past who did a lot of practice, when they stop practicing, their form falls off a cliff. Because you do gain a bit of time practicing, no doubt. But some people are practicers, and some people aren't. I'm not a practicer. I don't enjoy it. I don't gain enough from it. I do gain a bit, but not loads. I just turn up and race. Like I do try and do between 30 and 60 minutes before the race. I rarely do more than 45 minutes before the race. Obviously, Create Series follows a real-life calendar, as does a lot of other things, including VSC Rank, so I do tend to do a race at VSC Rank. But normally VSC Rank is a good example. I turn up, I've done 0 practice, I've done 0 laps. I use qualifying as practice, right? That's me. Not everyone's like me. So unless Tom was a regular big practicer before, to me that doesn't work in Create Series. It works in PSGO, it doesn't work in Create Series, but I don't know Tom's life story, so yeah. Yeah, Hayden doesn't know any practice, and he's definitely improved a lot this season. Skies he's straight out of nowhere. It's not. It's just. Some people are able to and enjoy practice and feel it worthy. I don't. It's as simple as that. That's why I can never be an esports driver. I cannot skill, but also I cannot bring it to myself to do 8 hours a day on a game just grinding and looking for hundreds. Absolutely not. No way. That sounds horrific. It sounds like torture. He was right though. Back on F123, I was practicing 6 hours a week and none on F124. Yeah, there you go. So 6 hours a week versus most people doing less than an hour. Of course, that's gonna help your pace. BSC copies the Create Series calendar? No. It just tends to line up because of real life. That's a good example. BSC wasn't Singapore this week. Alex pauses so we talk about Tom 97. Yeah, true. Talk bad about Tom 97. Right, let's get on with it. This is Carl on Ricky. Let's see if this was naughty by anybody. It did look a bit naughty by Carl later in the lap. Sorry, by Ricky later in the lap. That's the overtake mode for you.
Fucking Ricky, man. I don't think that was him. It was Italian connection, but like, come on.
I don't know if I corrected myself straight away. I think Carl is in slightly deep here. It's a racing incident, obviously, but I think Carl going for it is in a little bit deep, and I think at the same time Ricky's tightening the line a little bit too much, and they just met in the middle. I think this is the most 50-50 you can get, because if you look here, he gets hit there, which actually pushes him further left, and we know in this game the weird janky physics when you slide, you go that way rather than that way, and look where his front wheel ends up, where he should have been all along. So look, he was probably going in not even a metre deep. We're talking half a metre here, but Ricky was probably expecting him to be here, and he wasn't going to be. But Ricky also squeezed too much. So I think that's a big 50-50. But it's just classic F1 game stuff, isn't it? Yeah, both. Yeah, Maraki's basically saying the same thing. Bash your Vince. All right, guys, I'll look in a sec.
Same shit every time. It's got no straight line speed. We can work with that.
Oh, go for the outside. That was unnecessary.
Brother! I will send you fucking hell, man. Genuinely. Do you know how much they don't account for a car that's on the inside? It's fucked. Genuinely. I know I'm sending it, but like, you don't just turn in.
Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. That is that's food on my table. That is. I enjoyed that reaction a lot. Thank you, Carl. Yeah. Look, this is on Ricky. I don't really understand why I went right here. Ricky is not one to defend aggressively, as we saw in turn 1. He did not defend the inside. And okay, we're at a weird point in the track. You never know if someone's going to just all the way to the barrier or not. I think it's interesting for him not to go to the inside, but that's his decision. Goes to the outside. He's got to run. And then here, Ricky squeezed into it. There's contact there. There's not like that's too much for squeeze. He's clearly alongside. That's 100% on Ricky, that contact, which kind of puts them both off. And then here, I know a lot of people go, oh, but the curb. The curb doesn't absolve all blame. We all know of that curb. At this point, Ricky's done that curb 27 times in the race, plus qualifying, plus whatever practice he did, plus the years and years before that of this curb always doing the same thing to all of the previous generations of cars. We all know what this curb does. So the curb here, to me, is completely irrelevant. The curb is why he ended up out there, but Ricky has chosen to put himself on the curb. If he's choosing to put himself on the curb, he knows his car's going to hop, skip, and jump. He knows he's going to run deep. Now, look, it's possibly a mistake. He's possibly braked a bit too late, or he's just turned in a little bit too early, or whatever, whatever. But the curb isn't an excuse. The curb is irrelevant here. So, anyway, too tight to the inside, bottoms out on the curb, bounces wide there. You can clearly see him jumping into Carl's line, which obviously frustrates Carl, and then ends up getting squeezed off. Ricky's just made a mistake. I think the nice thing to do in this situation would be to give Carl a position, would be to back out here, and allow Carl through. Clearly, Ricky doesn't do that because that is, I mean, again, regardless of curb, he just hasn't had enough room there.
Oh my giddy aunt. Does he know I'm there?
Oh, my giddy aunt needs to make a
Brother!
comeback, by the way.
I will send you fucking.
And then that one's, you see, this is a bit of a send by Carl.
Brother!
Bit of a frustrated send by Carl, but again, it's similar to before. I think Carl is going a little bit deep, but this is fine. This is Carl's. It's not like he's about to smash him into the wall. Carl's fine. Ricky's just turned in. This is probably the worst one of all of them. Actually, this one's a lot more purposeful. Ricky, I mean, look, they're literally wheel to wheel. It's not like Carl was a little bit alongside and hoping to jump out the way. Like they're so wheel to wheel, and Ricky just fully turned into him basically.
Fucking hell, man.
That one's really bad from
Do you
Ricky.
know how much they don't account for a car that's on the inside? It's fucked. Genuinely. I know I'm sending it, but like, you don't just turn.
Let's see if. Whoa, you can see the frustration in his driving. Let's see. There must be more coming, surely. Looks quicker than Ricky. Got overtake mode. Ricky hasn't. Here we go. Round 2. Side this time. Yeah, see what I mean? Ricky's letting him have the inside. He's like, I don't really care, bro. Go.
I'm going to give you just as much space. Oh, look, I actually gave you space.
You see, because the thing is, this is actually a really good example. Because obviously the roles are reversed here. So Carl obviously was talking about squeezing him off there, but decides not to. So there's contact here, right? There's contact here. Ricky's just turned in on him already, whatever. But at this point of the corner, unlike what Ricky did on the previous lap, where he turned in too early, hit over the curb, pushed him wide. At this point of the corner, you could accept some contact like we're having here. You go, no, you're not going to push me over the curb, buddy, because we know what's going to happen. We saw it happen last lap. So look, but he's not really turning in. He's just tipping it in. He's not turning in. Because he can see he's getting sort of pushed over that curb, and he doesn't want that to happen because he's got a brain and he knows that if he hits that curb, he's going to bounce wide and he's going to push Ricky off. And although he's talking about pushing him off here, because he delays that turn and then now he's turned in to get just a wheel on it instead of the middle of his car on it, he's able to give him room, despite not really intending to give him room. So that's how you should drive, not how Ricky did last time. Is he going to go for it? No, that was probably going to end in disaster.
That's how you go racing. No turning into each other. If there's a car on the inside, you leave the fucking room.
Lots of frustration, but
Kai, I'm trying, man.
a lot of
racing.
a lot of truth there from Carl. A lot of truth spoken. Right, here we go again. Here, maybe. Get on the brakes there. So far, this is feeling a little bit like me in Hungary against Ben. He's actually going for a bit more than I did against Ben, but
that's good. Not good enough. Not good enough.
No, you might be right still with overtake mode and slipstream.
97's down in 11th. Jesus.
Yes, he probably just needs to go for it there. But at the same time, they are losing time battling, and Lolly's 8 seconds up the road now. I want more of this. Get this into my veins. No amount of challenge yet. Here we go. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Look how late he braked. And this is how you race in especially Create Series, but in this game, because you could brake pretty late without issue. Not like in real life where if you lock up, you're going all the way off the track. It doesn't happen in the game, right? You can brake pretty late, too late, and get away with it. Which is exactly what he does here. He just goes, I'm going to get you this time, buddy. Brakes super, squeezes him a little bit. Don't think there's any contact. Brakes super late. Doesn't really make the corner very well. He hits the apex there, but look how deep he goes. There was a little bit of contact there as Ricky goes for the switchback, but then it's moved on now. Because now his car's blocking the track. So that's what you got to do sometimes. You just got to go for it a little bit.
Do not care. Come on!
Right, later than you should do, and go for it. So, Carl,
now released. Come on.
In my Haas, up to P2. Chasing down Lolly. Surely he will be able to catch him. That's lap 32. Yeah, so Skies want me to look at his incident. Oh, sorry, Skiesy. If you're still in chat, remind me. It was ages ago that he mentioned that. There's a lot to review there. Let's go and find Skiesy's POV again. Because he mentioned there was an incident with Vince, I think it was, on lap 23. I guessed it right.
Mais là, faut que j'attende une safety. De toute façon, je vais changer.
There's no Ricky about, and he's in 14th. That can't be right. Can it? In 14th?
Moi, tu l'aurais été.
What lap was it, guys? A lot of instances in the DLC have little understeer. Yeah, but that's just you going too deep. Here we go. It must be here somewhere. Loses a lot of positions after this. Cozy. So Vince. Oh, okay. So it must be before this. I'll go look. Oh, big send there by Tom.
T'es un chien.
We got to review that one.
Excuse-moi, je fais ma course.
It's aggressive.
Je suis occupé.
I think it's all right. I mean, technically, and it's technicality. Skyzy never leaves the track. Skyzy always stays on the track. Technically, that's completely legal. I think we can all probably agree that's a bit over aggressive. Just before we view Skyzy as other incidents, have a look at that one on board with Tom. Let's see what he thought of that, because that was quite the send there. I think it's all right. I think sometimes you just got to go for me, especially if you know you're significantly faster. Was that undefined followed there the entire race? Incredible. Not the best move, he says straight away, so there you go. That's pretty much a reaction I expected to have from him.
Not my best move. Not my best move.
I don't want to see this all the time. I don't want to see every move done like this. I think that's fine. I think that racing's fine. In general, I'd like to see a bit clean racing like that, but sometimes you just got to get someone. Sometimes you just got to go for it, send it. It's going to cost you both a bit of time. There's going to be a bit of contact. It's going to be borderline illegal, but sometimes you got to go for it. And I respect Tom for going for it. He's normally quite passive driver, so fair play. I think that's fine. Aggressive, but it's all right. Right, it was with Vince. Let's have a look at Skyzy. Vince.
Ils ont un setup avec plus de grip aussi, je pense. Non, mais ça.
Oh, here we go. Ooh, bad exit.
Est-ce que je peux avoir des types de pilotage,
Vince will probably have overtake.
s'il vous plaît?
Braque plus le volant.
Good damage, yeah. So good example of like a reason to go for it. Yeah, that'll anger Vince. Vince will be raging right now in stream. That's deep though. Oh, come on, Vince.
Oh, là, Vince.
Wowzers! Thank you for pointing this one out, Skyzy. Yeah, that's it's a lost head. Is what it is. A lost head. So obviously, Skyzy squeezes him off here,
Est-ce que je peux avoir des types de pilotage,
and that's frustrating for Vince. But
s'il vous plaît?
you can't just put someone in a wall in response.
Oh, là, Vince.
Look, he cost himself a position. Doesn't really gain anything. He possibly got damage. Skyzy definitely got damage. What I will say is, it's interesting that we reviewed that right after the Tom incident, because that's actually very similar to the Tom incident. Vince leaves a very similar amount of room to the white line as the Tom incident. Obviously, though, in this situation, there's a wall there. It's very different. You know, almost squeezing someone off track, or virtually almost entirely squeezing someone off track, versus put them in the wall. Not the same thing. Let's go more with Vince. I think he's going to be very frustrated at getting squeezed off previously by Skyzy.
Ideally,
He's
top
gonna,
5 is the goal, but
give him a
we will see.
give him short thrift, if that's the right word. Deleted it on highlights. I think he's deleted it. That's a shame. Wait, no, it's here. That's 17.
It better not after all that pro.
Or is it attempt to after the squeeze? That's why I rated him. But yeah, it doesn't surprise me. That's the thing. Is sometimes these things happen, and because you have that instant rage reaction, you almost stop people being able to make it fair. In the ideal world, you back out straight away. Then there's traffic directly behind.
Grim DC, did he? Potentially huge.
Who gets bullied too often.
Cool, he just runs me off the road. That's good.
There are 45 laps of fuel remaining.
We could both do that game if you want it.
Not even a remote admitting of that was too much. That sounds awful, by the way.
Ideally, not the cost of 2 positions, though.
Well, exactly. Game 1, lost 2. Give someone damage. I don't like that reaction. I like Tom's reaction, where he was like, yeah, not my finest move on Skyzy. I don't like this. Look, I get the frustration. I don't even hate the whole, you squeeze me off, I squeeze you off.
Cool, he just runs me off the road. That's good.
But this is quite a big mistake that gives someone damage. All of his own doing. 2 wrongs don't make a right. I always say it. And that's especially true here because what Vince does is way worse than what Skies just did to him. Little squeeze off track versus putting someone on the wall, they're not the same thing. And Vince doesn't have an ounce of remorse in him. I'm not expecting him to necessarily wait for him and give up the position again. Just a little, you know, that was a bit much, but, you know, don't squeeze me off next time. That to me would genuinely make it not fine because he still put someone on the wall, but like, if he's at least got some remorse there, 0 remorse is a bit wild for me.
We could both do that game if you want it.
But at least he doesn't gain an advantage from it. He actually has a disadvantage from it, so maybe that'll be a lesson learned for Vince in the future. But I don't, yeah.
Cool, he just runs me off the road. That's good.
I don't like the reaction more than I don't like the incident, if that makes sense. The incident is a bit of a lost head, frustration. It's given as good as you're getting.
Cool, he just runs me off the road. That's good.
It's excusable for all those reasons. Afterwards, not saying, "Oh, sorry, that was a bit much."
We could both do that.
That's not excusable. And saying that, I don't know. I don't like that attitude personally. I think that's pretty smelly. That's pretty smelly. So it's unfortunate to see that from Vince, but it is what it is. Right, move on.
But can Carl take that
back up top 28
that he's been pushing for the last few laps? He's going to go to the inside now.
Hey, I'll have a look at put it in the clips channel. I'm sure you already have. I'll have a look after.
Once again, as Ricky 03 is really pushing the boundaries here for.
Wait, lap 24. Chappers, Tom 97. This better be worth it, Hayden. Hold on. We'll review Hayden's clip before we move on. This better be worth it, Hayden. If this is wash, then you get a timeout for the rest of the stream. That's it. Game gone. Better be wash. All right, what do you reckon, chat? Back out. I think he is letting him go. I think Hayden was expecting a big send there. No, he's letting him go.
A little bit of games played. That was mad from me, but I didn't also want to lose out to Tom and Fabio.
So, very similar mistake in a different corner actually to Vince. Brakes too late, locks up the front tyres, goes deep. Very, very deep. I mean, that's outrageous. But then here, Tom 97 gains on Chappers. So Hayden parks the bus a little bit. Allows Chappers back through, which is why he talks about games. So there you go. Look, Tom 97 side by side now. So now he parks the bus in front of Tom to allow Chappers through so that he undoes it. I want to see Tom's reaction to that. Lap 24. Let me see. Lap 24.
Did I get the wrong line? Hayden. Oh, Hayden, that's a subpar move.
One way to describe it.
Oh my god, Hayden. Trying to, oh my god, letting Chappers back through. Damn it. Why did I get the wrong line?
Look, hindsight's a wonderful thing, and it's very easy to microanalyze this. I think
subpar move.
Now,
oh my god.
I don't think I'd have seen this live, so I'm not blaming Tom for it. But I think with hindsight, now it does look like Hayden is probably trying to let Chappers through. I think Tom even says it. So with that in mind, would it not make the most sense to now dip behind Chappers and follow his line rather than follow Hayden's line, who you know is trying to let the other guy go? Fabio does dive on the outside, but
oh my god, letting Chappers back through.
I don't know. It's a bit foreseeable, but I don't blame anyone for it. But yeah. It was a bit cheeky from Hayden, but at least he let him back through. That's the right reaction, unlike what we saw from Vince. Right, let's move on. Want a poll for what? What do we want a poll for? Tabba should have put him in the wall. Yeah, agreed. What do we want a poll for? Matt 2 and 2 fault? Yeah, agreed. For banning Hayden? Yeah, Hayden does need a ban, to be
Well,
fair.
maybe a little bit
Disgusting,
of a
dirty
kick-out
pig.
move there.
Carl maybe a bit
Right, so
naive
7
thinking
point. Well, we'll see Carl get Ricky. I'm sure we saw on board with him. So we've got 8. What was it? 8.8 or something?
Thankfully,
So, well, already down to 7.5. Let's see how quickly he gains now on those medium tyres. In theory, might be a bit better by now. We'll see. Yeah, he's getting a little bit. Oh, Carl's got some good pace. That's a round of the tyres. All the ones that went mediums in the last stint have already gotten off them. They're now going hards to the end, but we know there's probably going to be a late safety car. So the medium runners probably now just need to wait out for a late safety car. Then again, you're wasting the hards a little bit. I think if I'm Lolly, I'm now because I've got a good lead. I'm staying out until I lose the lead. Hoping for a safety car at some point in that time.
Hopefully anybody else on
What's happening? Concept boxes. One gets Vince. He's 7th with a 3.
Significantly dropped off the last lap. Instead of hard tyres.
Just sorry, no rejects boxes.
Tricky laps 30.
We can get Skyzy.
See so many compared to Lonnie Nova's impressive from Lonnie Nova to keep those.
Saw from the Hayden show today. Ah, wash. Hey, Ricky gets Carl back. This is a surprise. I felt like Carl had better pace than Ricky.
Battle Royale commencing, resuming between Carl and Ricky. This time the Ferrari to the
Big
inside.
Cat Luke just subscribed.
Gets in with overtake mode.
Into turn 7 and can dispossess.
I bet on Singapore it was better to swap positions like that every lap. Get overtake mode, then overtake the car in front, and vice versa. Just keep doing that every single lap. That probably was the better way because overtake mode was so powerful. Thank you, Big Cat Luke, for the prime sub. Appreciate you. Welcome in. Hope you're good.
Dispossessing Hayden Gullis off.
He is certainly put in.
I think Tom just got Hayden as well. He did. We're seeing this sort of cream rise back to the top at the moment, aren't we? We're seeing people that maybe had issues earlier on, like Tom, like Carl, all rising back to maybe their more natural positions.
Is that a Ferrari round? Is that Perrier for the 3rd or 4th time potentially?
Scotty Designs.
A bit of a whoopsie. Might be Scotty, and that is a safety.
And there's a safety car.
That's nowhere near as fast as he could be going because he's still got an opportunity to
Scotty in P20.
get himself into the lead of the Grand Prix by the time that the lead has come in. 21 laps remaining, 22 laps remaining, in fact, is the yellow flag.
I think based on the minimap, he spins on exit. But do we see this a slow? I keep doing this. Scotty Designs. By the way, do we see this slow recovery to join the race that we have seen a few times recently, or not? What is it? At 40. Actually, a lap down. Wait, hold on. Hold on. That's not Scotty Designs. What's happening?
I don't know how. Move out the way.
Yeah, I think that's, regardless of the fact it's not Scotty Designs, even if this was a regularly created series driver, I actually think his reaction there is good. I mentioned last time, and you guys disagreed via a poll, but I mentioned last time that Razin looked like he maybe recovered slowly on purpose, possibly, to cause safety car in Hungary. Regardless of who's driving here, I actually don't think that's necessarily the case, because look where he ends up. Now, I personally here would get to first gear, floor the throttle, spin that way, turn left, spin that way. You can't turn right. And hope that you could just about get the car round again. However, best case scenario with that, your rear tyre hits the wall, you're then facing oncoming traffic, you probably can't spin around anyway. Reversing here is a no-go because you'd be reversing right across the racing line. You can't do that. So actually, I think this is fine. I think this is very fair of him. And once you add in the fact that I don't know who it is, I assume it's one of Scotty's mates. Once you add that in, I think he's obviously so scared of ruining someone's race as a guest driver, should we say, that he's going to be extra cautious, isn't he? So there you go. Again, look how scared he is of holding people up. Yeah. Is it Jakey? Is it? When did they switch? Wasn't long before that, was it? He had a few laps. He had about 5 laps. Oh, they actually disconnected, on the looks of it. So he was like, may as well chuck him in. All right, moving on.
Is out again.
But yeah, so safety car as expected in correct series. So we've got 22 laps to go. Without having done any laps Singapore, I couldn't tell you which tyre is better from this stage, mediums or hards. Obviously, everyone will go to whatever tyre they haven't run, this is the Creator Series RNG that I talk about. Anyone that went hards previously will go mediums. Anyone that went mediums previously will go hards. There was no way for any of those people to know whether the safety car will come on lap 40, lap 30, lap 50. There was no way. So if there's a tyre from here, like the hard, that's the best tyre, someone's got a big strategy advantage now, baked in because of Creator Series rules, with no skill involved, no judgment involved whatsoever. That's a really good example of why I don't like the current rule set. And again, that's what I call Creator Series RNG. But anyway, I am interested to see, because I actually, in this particular case, I do feel like with 22 laps to go, the tyres are going to be similar. Medium's going to be better at the start of the stint, hard's going to be a little bit better towards the end of the stint. That would be my guess. But not by a mass amount. Who's that jumping all the way across the curve there? Who's that jumping all the way across? Surely that's a warning.
Round, is that Perrier for the third or fourth time potentially having a bit of a whoopsie? Might be Scotty, and that is a safety car remaining. 22 laps remaining, in fact.
Am I tripping?
Out again. Is that a
I thought I saw someone fully cut the corner.
Perrier for the third or fourth time potentially having a bit of a whoopsie? Might be Scotty, and that is a
in my brain, someone fully cut that corner. That just didn't happen. Brilliant.
safety car.
And that is going to be, well, interesting for this Grand Prix.
That's open in first and spell F. Yeah, fair. No, but exactly. It's, and I said, best case scenario in that situation, I'd have ended up facing traffic, so it's not looking good. So I think his reaction was fine. All right, anyway, so we get going again. Safety car, here we go. There's everyone's tyres. So, well, not everyone's boxed yet, actually, but we've got Lolly in the lead on hards, so he'll have a dodgy restart with 20 laps to go. He will have, if he hasn't got the best tyres of the lot at the end, he'll be close to it. So, like, by the end, the mediums and hard will have even out, if not hard slightly better. But for the first, I'd say even 10 laps, the medium's going to be a better tyre. So let's see how Lolly handles this, because he's going to be under big pressure from 6 cars behind. Let's see how this goes.
I can see that he's shouting, so...
Don't think he's very happy.
The clip will be Vegas, won't it?
Yeah, honestly,
80k, welcome in. Hope you're good.
In this race, Tom.
Right, I don't know why I watch the safety car here. I'm like driving and let them watching them in real time. There we go then. So, now what I will say is we've got 2 Italians, first and second. Lolly and Ricky have been known to play some team games, despite not being in the same team. So, we will see what happens here. Ricky will want to win his first race. It is Vegas, memory on point, yeah. My memory's not very good, but that was an obvious one.
Into the lead of this Grand Prix, and maybe Carl can focus on that as well. But here comes Ricky 03.
In these sort of situations, for me as a somewhat aggressive driver,
TJRC 2412 sent 200 bits on Twitch.
Thank you very much.
200 bits, aka the amount of times Concept 7 has put it in the world.
Why are we firing shots at Concept? Thank you for the 200 bits, but I don't know why we're paying money to fire shots at Concept, but I respect it. Thank you, TJRC 2412 for the 200 bits. I do appreciate you. Yeah, so in this situation, me as an aggressive driver who's trying to have the best race possible and trying to win the race from this point, if I'm Ricky, I'm really trying to get Lolly ASAP. Because if I can get Lolly now, lap 1, and Lolly then Carl behind takes another 2 or 3 laps to overtake Lolly, I might have a 2-second advantage or more over them. And maybe, because we know how powerful overtake mode is, maybe if you've got good pace, that's enough to go win the race. That being said, this isn't the last lap. We've got 20 laps to go, 18 laps to go. It's early days. We know how powerful overtake mode is. He won't have it now because of safety car restart. He'll have a tyre advantage for the next 10 laps. There is no rush. In an ideal world, I want to get somebody ASAP here, but I don't think we're going to see, I mean, he's not close enough right now anyway, but I don't think we're going to see Ricky go for a big move, and I wouldn't, not from there. But I am really trying at this point. I want to get him ASAP. Look, he's all over him now.
Also getting past Chappers. We'll keep an eye on Kareem as well, down in 14th place, and I'd make up another few moves if they've got a chance of getting at least into the points this afternoon. We've got a yellow flag already in Sector 2. It's Dark Viper GT. I believe it's gone straight on.
Oh dear.
But luckily
managed to continue. I hosted a yearly party I do called Gillon Games. A lot of the Creator Series drivers were there, that's why most of them weren't attending.
From Carl, and then we got Fulman Akai being chased down by Tom at 97. Or is he going to dive down the inside of Carl? Carl not saw him coming, gave him a little bit of room, but didn't expect a dive
that was fair.
that far back.
I'll watch it one more time, but that looked fair.
Oh, he's gone straight on.
I love the overhead shots. EA, if someone from the replays department, it's funny, implying that EA's got a whole department for replays, is watching this, please do add a dedicated overhead cam shot. Off-board, all the onboards, plus an overhead shot, please. Even if it needs spinning off one of the onboards. For example, we don't need close chase cam and far chase cam in replay cams. If there's a reason, a technical reason, we need to get rid of one of the current cameras in order to have an overhead shot, get rid of one of the chase cams, easy money, and have a permanent overhead / heli shot. Permanent. They are the best shots to review these kinds of things. I would very much like that. Thank you very much. Moving on.
Now. So
you're about to see an example of why that is. It's a great camera work, by the way. They're already focusing on Kai, who's about to go for this send. So, yeah, it's not that close, to be fair. It's not a big braking zone here. Car leaves very fair amount of room, bit of contact on exit, but gets the exit. That was nice racing by both.
A dive bomb from that far back.
This is where the medium runners have got to make their work, though. Tom 97 cruising up to the back of them. Carl on the defensive probably didn't think he would have this much work to do.
Telespectable, that's what I meant. No, I didn't just mean replay, but it's the same thing, isn't it? Alright, it's a pretty calm restart, but... Yeah, where's Karim, by the way? He's...
One more battling drive to get himself made.
Am I going insane? Where's Karim? Here he is, P13. I don't know if he's disconnected again or not, but... Struggle City for Karim, unfortunately.
But now you've got the boost mode. Is this the opportunity?
You just got damage? Okay, alright. I'm sold. I'm sold. Sign me up for that. Lap 5. Where's Karim? Here he is. Did you disconnect, Karim, between here and lap 45 or not?
Try quick.
I'm surprised you haven't recovered. Oh no, you were on those softs, weren't you? That's why, probably. Okay, you did DC twice more? Wow, okay. Surely not. Ah. Okay, bit of a slide on exit. Yeah, on entry, sorry. Okay, now he's close enough with slipstream. It'll be a send. Half went for it. Fair play to Chris. Nice defending. Very nice defending, actually, by Chris. Right late enough and just flicked in. You're not coming through here, buddy. No freebies for you. Aggressive, but fair. Oh, come on, Karim.
Are you fucking joking, man?
Just straight into the back of somebody. Only one person to blame, and we're watching him right now. That is frustrating for him, but straight into the back of somebody. Good move by Chris on Chappers, actually. Aggressive. Just goes for it here, but it's a nice move. Just a bit of contact at the apex, but just about gets it stopped. Just about leaves the room, and then Chappers backing out, catches Karim by surprise, and he just drives to the back of him. Unfortunate. That's a bit twice again, putting you on used tyres. Oh my god. Yeah, it just accelerates in the back of him.
Fucking
He's just misjudged what Chappers was doing. It's as simple as that. It's not deep. It's just... Racing, I always say it, racing is all about predicting your rivals. It's essential. When you're this close to somebody doing 300 kilometers an hour, you have to be able to predict that in the straight they're going to stay full throttle and they're going to brake it roughly when you expect them to brake, and they're going to take the lines you expect them to take. Otherwise, there would be life-ending crashes in every single race if people were just driving like wacky races, jamming on the brakes all the time, and destruction derby vibes. And that applies to this to some extent as well. Obviously, Chappers isn't doing entirely what he expects, but you can see Chris sent it on him there. I think at this stage here, regardless, just before that, at that stage there, regardless of whether Chappers is going to back out or not, I think it's a very aggressive move to decide to get quite heavily back on the throttle in third gear and go for it. There, now he's back on the throttle. Look, we don't know if Chappers backing out or not yet. Regardless of what's happening in front, as in regardless of what's going to happen in front, when you're this close to battling cars, jamming on the throttle there, 3/4 throttle. Kind of asking for it, unfortunately.
Are you fucking joking, man?
Kind of asking for it, but it is unfortunate. I don't, you know, it's not like it's he's a massive idiot for doing that. It is unfortunate, but it was entirely avoidable.
0.3 of a second the margin between himself and his
Choppers.
counterpart. Pulls out to the middle of the road.
All right, how long is it going to take Ricky to get Lolly? And is he going to go for a big move on his great Italian friend?
Is he fancy before the heart of the corner? He's forming a car. The top 7 here.
Hold on, got everything under control. Danger for the Scarlet Ferrari. His first Lolly now gets out of shape.
Hold on.
Carl waiting in the wings, just 0.4 per second off the back of the
There
attack.
he goes.
A big squeeze over to the left-hand side to the wall. Ricky plunders down the inside. Lolly has to stick it out around the outside. Be careful of the sausage curve.
Carl, no.
Still with his nose to the outside of turn number 8. Lolly gives him just enough space, just to the extremities of the circuit.
Whoa, that was a big squeeze by Lolly. It looked fair though. So we don't need to watch POVs because we just had an overhead shot. It was so nice. That was nice. That was actually really nice face mode. Very aggressive by both. Very nice.
Turn number 9 and suddenly
big contact there from Carl.
There's a bit of contact with Carl. He tried to dart over to the left.
Smart there to be patient. He's in P3. Got better tyres than the leader right now. No point going for a silly move. Probably more safety cars. It is Creator Series. We go for a move there, ended up with damage or ended up backwards. Not move at this stage. You've just got to go for the high probability moves, especially this far from the end. If you're on the last lap, sometimes you just got to go for it. But at this stage, that was wise to back out that.
Certainly are. That was a great attempt from Ricky. 46 of 62.
Well, there's safety car straight away.
Ultra aggressive
Concept, I think. Is that what the bits were for early on? It's that concept's DNFing.
Great attempt from Ricky 03. Lolly Nova really pulling the back foot there, but ultra aggressive in the defence. We see another driver has gone down, and we get another full course safety car here, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, we'll see what happens with strategy, but I just want to go aboard with concept to see what happened there. Because he was in the pack, so I think that probably is an incident. At 46.
How the fuck?
Goes offline pretty quickly.
I'm gonna try and.
Hang about for long. Oh, a bit of frustration, I think.
I just got 2 warnings in 2 calls. And then 26 come out, and then that was it. I was going shit again. I don't like it.
Oh. Do you know what? That's actually quite unlucky.
I don't like it.
Because there is a system in the game, in theory. Is there? Maybe there's not. I was going to say there's a system in the game that in theory stops you getting 2 quick warnings in quick succession like this. Maybe I'm wrong, because people do get double warnings and stuff. Yeah, cut there. Gets a warning. No penalty there, and then cuts there as well. Gets a 3. I think this might be a splash into the wall. I'm done with this.
Got 2 warnings in 2 corners. Ball fucking right. Alright, it's GG's. It's GG's. Yeah, these 16 laps need to go past fast. Yeah, no worries, mate. I'll just fucking go off there. It's alright. It's alright, like, innit? I'll just fuck off if you want, mate. Yeah. Yeah, bro. No worries, mate.
Lukikili 1988 just
What
subscribed
are
on
these pronunciations today of the bot, please? He called you... What did he even call you? Lukiki? Lukiki? They got a tip on something if they want to subscribe, but Luke Carley is your actual name. I don't know where you got Lukiki from. But thank you so much for the sub.
Genuinely, brother.
Grim's already buying him, actually.
Oh my god.
Grim was always going to send that. Oh dear, Grim. Grim was sending that every day of the week. I've raced enough with Grim. He was sending that every day of the week.
Oh my god.
You have to, if you, look, maybe he didn't care, but at this point you've got to go to the inside. Grim's always sending that. But that was pretty bad driving for Grim to go that deep. I think he actually gives some damage. Just decide, you know what? Great Series Life is not for me. Yes, he does. That was on our DNF.
Shit, bro. I mean, I'll put it in a wall. I ain't racing in this, bro. You mad?
And that's the DNF. Right, okay. So just to be clear, 130 miles an hour into the wall, at a slight angle, no DNF. However, 40 miles an hour into the wall, DNF.
Right.
Man, they really need a better collision system and damage system in this game. Like, they last updated it quite a few years ago now. I don't even know how long it was. I'm going to guess 5 years ago. Might have been a little bit less than that. But it's about that. It's just so inconsistent. We need... like, too many parts of the car are too solid. There's like several bits of the car better, like the rear, for example, that it's like way too solid. The center of the nose cone, which I know there's a crash structure in there, but the center of the nose cone is also a bit too solid. And what it means is because we don't have proper barriers like they have in real life, where there's like a tire barrier and you go into it, that there doesn't exist in the game because of physics and whatever. That I don't think the barrier is necessarily changing. That's fine. But because of that very hard structures we've got, things like that, if you don't get enough angle on it, sometimes it will just allow you to survive. And we saw earlier as well with Carl sending it at the start of the race, no damage for him, but damage for Tom 97 behind. Like they were, GB highlighted, they were very similar collisions. There's no real reason that one should be damaged, the one shouldn't. It just needs, I don't know what it needs. I would guess that it's a very old damage system that they updated 4 or 5 years ago, but it was actually largely unchanged on 5 years before that. I would guess it's a 10-year-old damage system that was based on 10-year-old consoles, and now we're on new gen. They probably need to allocate a little bit more resource in terms of processing power and whatever to making it a little bit better. What I would guess, based on what I know, and I don't know a lot about game development, is that there's only certain points that detect collisions and G-force. So there might only be 2 points in the wing. There might be 3 points in the wing. Now, I reckon it's 2 points. There's probably 2 points in the wing. There'll be one at either end of the wing that detects damage / collision / G-force. I'm guessing. This is a guess. So, because that's all the processing budget would allow at what time it was created. So what it means is if you hit a wall dead on with the nose cone, which sticks out further than the wing, a lot of the time you get away with it if it's a nice square hit. If you hit it at a slight angle, you don't get away with it. Now, again, I know the crash structure's in the nose in real life, but obviously we still see damage when someone nudges into the car in front. We see a hole in it, which gives you more drag, whatever it might be. And I think nose cone damage does exist in the game to some extent, but and that's why also sometimes if someone goes up your inside and you get a bit of side contact, it gives you wing damage more so than it would be if you tap someone from behind, because there's only those 2 detections in either end. So because that's a relatively simplistic system, it really matters what angle you hit it at, what speed, and it's just variable. If you just double that, maybe add 5. There's one either end, there's one in the middle, and then there's 2 like centrally, something like that. So then suddenly you've got 5 detection points instead of 2. And bear in mind they'd have made 5 detection points possibly even in the PS3 era, and maybe not even the PS4 era. The previous damage system I think would have been originally created in the PS3 era. So PS5 now, obviously we got more processing power. We should be able to handle 2 points versus 5 points. And in theory, the more detection points you've got, the more likely you are to be able to simulate proper contact and what should happen if this particular point had this much damage plus this other point had this much G-force, I mean to say, and this other point also had this much G-force. What should we do in this situation? This. Look, there's a lot of guesswork in that, but that's probably something in the ballpark of how the damage system currently works, its drawbacks, and how it could possibly be updated. Does that sound somewhat? I don't think anyone's particularly said much in chat, but yeah, we'll see. I reckon 3 per side, 1 each damageable area in the wing. Nah, because there's not a damageable area, is it? Like there is levels of damage in the wing. That will just be based on how hard you hit it. It will be a single point. So the reason I bring up this logic is because that does exist for things like contact patches, tyre contact patches to the ground. As far as last I heard, it was 1 contact patch per tyre with the ground that kind of figures stuff out, how much grip you've got and stuff. So what it means is, in real life, the contact patch is actually not as big as that. But let's say the contact patch is that big in real life. Obviously, in the game, if you've got a single point, that single point will be in the middle. It'll be a millimetre in the middle. What that means is, only that point will hit a curb or will detect grass or whatever it might be, right? That's theoretically how it used to work. They have got more now. I don't know how many contact points it is, but the tyre will have the same thing. It might have 4 contact points now. It might have 8, it might have 20, it might have 50. I don't know how many it's got, but there'll be certain contact points, and that's how a lot of the game works. Similar sort of thing. It's all based on points. Same like collision with the ground, under the car, all these things. It's got points that detect this stuff, because it's impossible for it to have a physics system that detects 100,000 points. Is effectively how it would have to work. You can't just have a detection for a whole object, if that makes sense. I don't think. Anyway, that's how I think it works. That's enough waffle. All right, moving on. Yeah, so fair play. And also, by the way, a lot of respect for Concept here, who, despite causing a safety car here and not DNFing through no fault of his own, and I've got to be honest, I think I would carry on now. real talk. Even though it's naughty, I've made a clear, in concept shoes here, I've made a clear attempt to DNF myself. No one can deny that that was an attempt to put yourself out of the race. I mean, I would never do it. I always finish races. But he went full throttle. He turned his car even. He did everything that you could possibly do to put yourself out of the race, knowing what we know about the game. Didn't work. At this point, I'm like, I got lucky. I'm carrying on. Personally, I reckon is what my reaction to be. So fair play to him.
I mean, I'll put it in a wall.
For still saying, you know what, even though that could bring me back into the race, I'm putting it in the wall. And does commit to the DNF despite getting a bit lucky there. So fair play. Tom was angry with the crash. All right, sign me up. Lap 46. Another bit of emotion. Give me the emotion.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go.
Just had it wasn't long after the other safety car, was it? Really? I mean, how many racing laps do we have?
No intentional safety cars for the last
44, 45,
laps,
46.
so...
3. We had 3 racing laps, and this sort of thing does frustrate me, to be honest. It does frustrate me that people do this so soon after other safety cars.
For fuel.
So I think I'm going to agree with Tom here. Let's see what he says. You can always see the YouTube comments complaining about this being allowed and they're right, says GB. Yeah, I don't think you're wrong.
Mike's still okay. Looks okay to me, which is good.
There he goes. There it is. Safety car.
There it is.
Nice. He's reacted exactly as I would. Not surprised. Just like there it is. Another one. Cool. Well, straight for Tom, though, with his 3-second penalty.
Mediums are still fine. Softs overheat. Concept out.
Angry. Chill. This is actually a really good example of why I mentioned earlier about, like, if you've got the better tyres, just go for it. Because Ricky failed to get Lolly. And now Ricky's still got a tyre advantage, but he's got less of a tyre advantage than he did on the last safety car restart. So Ricky probably needed to pull off one of the moves that he almost pulled off before. Because if he did, he'd now be on a safety car restart with better tyres, better medium tyres, and he'd be able to hopefully pull a gap while Lolly holds up the pack. That being said, should we see if anyone boxes? Lolly right now is aiming for the pit lane. I would be surprised if Lolly boxes. But let's see. I don't think anyone should box. Unless you're back half of the grid or if you've got damage or something.
62, the 4-course safety car is out. Lolly Nova pulled over towards the pit lane.
A few baits, but looks like the Williams was in.
To pit. And another safety car has been pulled out
another
here.
Bait. No, it's another bait.
47
No boxes. No one in the top half boxes, as I predicted.
Yeah, you never know.
A couple people down the back did, but all good. Right. End of the safety car. Now, there's theoretically a chance for another safety car after this because you can't cause a purposeful safety car in the last 10 laps of the race. So theoretically, we could get another one similar to what Concept did. I don't think we will, but we'll see. Not a purposeful one.
A 3-second penalty looming over his head. As there's an Audi going very, very wide through the
yeah, I was really confused. I thought it was a safety car. Where's the Audi off to? Who is it? It must be a lapped car. Yeah, it must be Scotty Designs. That he's 2 minutes down. He must have, having not got through the pack, having not got through the pack, he's gone, all right, you know what, I'll get out of the way of everybody. Fair play. If that works and doesn't give anyone penalties, then fair play. Yeah, let me just check that. Where is he? There he is. Red Bull. Tom 97. Okay, let's just check Tom 97's POV. Make sure that he... Here it is. Make sure that he got away with that and that he didn't get a legal overtake or anything. That's the risk of this. Someone trying to be nice jumps out of the way and then gives you a legal overtake. I don't think he hasn't got a penalty, so I think he's fine.
To keep a gap, nothing I can do.
Let's have a look. Enjoying your crash? I have been enjoying your crash house, Carl. Absolutely, yes.
I better not get illegal for this.
Nice. Good job by Scotty. Very intelligent drive by Scotty there to go off track and allow that to happen. So nice. Cool. All right. Let's have a look then. So, Ricky really does need to get Lolly ASAP in case there's another safety car. But no overtake mode yet. That'll be next lap. Carl directly behind as well with some good pace, but him and Ricky seem to have very similar pace. Right behind with also good pace. Tom 97 still in this battle as well, but with a 3-second time penalty.
See how this one ends with
Karim still down on P18, having not been able to recover.
We had 4 safety cars, 3 main ones, 1 virtual safety car, and it's all still to play for with a few laps to go in this Grand Prix. Tom 97 pushing for that top 4 finish on track.
Very close to Lolly, but not going for it just yet.
Because you look down to what I have to get is a little bit of contact throughout
the
Singapore Grand Prix, but once again, Lolinoba under the cosh here, fighting for his first win of the season.
This smells of the Marquez brothers battling in MotoGP. Being a little bit kind to each other maybe, but let's see. He's up the inside again. Didn't manage to make this exactly the same.
Ricky with a better run.
Wow.
Sees Lolly take to the runoff area.
Wow. No love lost.
From Lolinoba, slams into the side of Ricky, rolls out the red carpet for Carl to say thank you very much and take P2. And that looked a little bit desperate there from our reigning champion to try and cling onto the place. Maybe not happy.
Look, I think sometimes you've got to get your elbows out.
Creator Series champion, but he's going to have to get his elbows out here because Ricky 03 lying in wait to try and take it away.
He's got overtake mode now, hence getting up the inside. He's well up the inside. They hit the brakes, and here, look, he's decently ahead. He's got more grip.
Squeezes him.
I mean, look how far ahead far behind Lolly is.
But this time, Ricky with a better run, little bit of contact, sees Lolly.
I'm not normally one to advocate for getting pushed off track. I think that was Lolly playing the odds / playing the rules there, to be honest. I'm going to go aboard with him. I think that's okay. Just.
Info. È cacciato solo.
One.
Qualcun altro, ragazzi, vuole.
Have a look. He has to hit 3 times on that safety car. Oh my god, Karim. What a joke.
È troppo vicino.
The other thing is, if he turns in on the outside, he'll drag him wide a little bit. Yeah, see, I mean... Hold on. Oh, I hate the Twitch buttons.
È troppo vicino.
Does PD play pause? No. So it doesn't defend the inside. So look, this is what I think we're going to do. Doesn't defend the inside, that's a decision. He's allowed him to have the inside. He's got overtake mode, so he's faster and straight. He's allowed him to have the inside. And from here, look, he's almost completely got the move done. From here, with worse grip and no overtake mode, the odds of making the move are slim. He's got to brake super late, get back. This isn't the real life racing the rules. We have Creator Series rules, just basically leave room with her alongside. But you've got to brake super late now to try and get wheel to wheel with him to really deserve space. At this point, the move is virtually done. So you've now basically got to do a move on him rather than try and defend. He does that break him a little bit, but not much. Ricky once again bouncing over that curb. Didn't learn his lesson very in the race. But again, like, look at Lolly. He's almost completely behind. And a bit of a desperate lunge after that. A bit of a desperate lunge after that. Look, it's a little bit on Ricky. I don't think I hate that. I think, and I support the rules of if alongside, leave room. I absolutely do support them. I prefer that to the real life racing rules in the game where we've got proximity arrows and look behind button and stuff and TCAM. However, sometimes all it does is it just prolongs battles pointlessly. And I like long battles, but like sometimes the move's done. And you just got to get on with the race. Sometimes, okay, this time it's for the lead. A lot of time it's not for the lead, and it's for P5. And because you're too busy trying to give each other room when you're barely alongside anymore, you're costing yourselves tenths, and you're too slow. Sometimes you just got to get the move done. This is a very slightly naughty by Ricky. I think this is fine. I think that's fine. I think it's hopeful by Lolly more than it is naughty for Ricky. But then this is a bit of a send. Then gets exactly what he deserves. Ricky's very fair to him here. He leaves a car's width. He does not have to leave any more than that, especially as the car ahead. And Lolly just smashes into the side of him. You see a slight grimace there. You can see that's a perfect screenshot. Ricky's left the perfect amount of room. This is what I try and do. Is I try and leave just the car's width. If someone's gone for a send on me, I'll leave your room, but I'm only leaving your car's width. Because if you've gone for a send and you've outbraked me, especially when I know I've braked late, you're going deep. So I'm going to leave your car's width. And if you smash into the side of me, that's not on me because I've done all I need to do. This is how I try and race. Exactly how Ricky's done here. Obviously, it's impossible to do it perfectly every single time. Sometimes you squeeze too much. Sometimes you leave a bit too much room. Sometimes you brake too late. Sometimes you brake too early. But it's exactly what Ricky does here. Is exactly what I would try and do in his situation. Leave him room, but squeeze him to just a car's width. And now it's 100% on Lolly making that move. And look what it does. Because of the physics of this game, the attacking cars come off worse. In real life, they'd be in the wall. In the game, that's what it does, and I like that. I like that you can use it a little bit, like Ricky's done there. If you're going to send on me, you're going to spin, buddy, because I'm only leaving you a car's width. I'm not jumping out your way. So nicely done. So now we've got Ricky versus Carl for the lead at the moment, but Lolly will come back into it. So he just needs to regain his composure here. Did he give room there, or did he get hit away? He should have given room. If he does get hit, it's not Kai's fault. Okay, there was a very brief turn away. I think that's okay. It's aggressive by both. Nice move by Kai, actually. He's going to get that done. And yeah, now that's smart by Kai because he's going, okay, I've got overtake mode right now. Lolly doesn't. But in just another sector's time, Lolly's going to have overtake mode. So now Kai should pull away. There he goes. Now Tom's all over him. Is Tom going to get him as well? That was okay. That was okay. I want to see that ball with Tom, but I'm pretty sure that was fine. I'm like 90% sure that was completely fine because it just squeezes a little bit. But you can use a bit of that curb. I think that's fine.
I'm still there, Lolly, bro.
It's more of a squeeze than I expected from his POV.
Isn't over yet.
Yeah, Singapore looks like overtake was massive. It's not doesn't really do much in most tracks, does it? No, that is a bit of a squeeze by Lolly. It's more of a squeeze that looked like from his POV. You can, although the racing line isn't like Kai's got here, isn't really to be on that curb. When you're making a move, you can be on that curb. But that's too much by Lolly. That's a bit of a squeeze there.
Turned in too early.
Bit of a squeeze there from Lolly. But Tom then ends up stuck. So, crack on. So, we've now got Lolly down to P4 on hard, but he's still come back strong at the end.
Absolutely all angles. Our chat has deteriorated at turn number 1, a tenth of a second.
Wait, our chat has deteriorated.
And it looks like he's not going to finish on the podium at this point.
Knee deep in it, Molinova getting it from absolutely all angles. Our chat has deteriorated as well, as Razin has seen, with for some reason talking about which of our toenails or which of Alex Gillon's toenails we would cut. Definitely not discussing this car really close to the back of Ricky.
Very good. That was clearly people at my party. I've had a few beers, causing some drama in chat. All right.
Penalty for
Hard on the cards here, so if Clipbook Carl wins, they're going to think.
And the half in position number 4.
You know what? At this stage, Carl's win rate is outrageous. I don't actually know what it is, but it's. I think he's done 2 races. He's won 1 of them. I think that's the case as of right now. So if he wins this, he'll have won 2 out of 3 races he does. And he's right there.
With an arm for the opposite lock to keep himself in position number 4. These two have been at it.
And Ricky not really defending. Ooh, that's a squeeze. Now I want to see Carl's reaction to this because, in fact, should we just go on board with Carl for the end of this race? Because I think Carl will be a bit more frustrated there. That looked like off board a little bit of a squeeze there from Ricky. A bit too much of a squeeze. Have a look. Well, that was it. Lap 53.
Space you.
Yeah. Well, there we go. There we go. Let's enjoy this.
Leave space, you freaking moron, man.
That was too much of a squeeze.
Yeah, you're just throwing it, man.
He did leave a bit more room than he naturally would have done, but not by much. And do you know what? That was a really smart place by Carl to go for the move, because if he gets him here, if he makes his move stick, that line there, that's across the track, you can just, there you go, the yellow line there, that's the detection point for overtake mode, I believe, at least according to the map, and it's not always right on this game. So he needs behind. So at this stage, it says 80 meters still actually, but at this stage, he's getting overtake. If he gets the move done here, he's then got overtake for the whole next lap and he can pull away. This was very smart by Carl, and I'm pretty sure he's judged this, in theory, to get to stick behind but still get the move done. But obviously, Ricky's unfortunately turned in, and that's definitely too much of a squeeze. But that was a nice attempt by Carl there to get the move done right at the point, the detection point, and then he could just run away.
Weirdly quite calm though.
I feel really quite calm, he just said. Yeah, not defending the inside. Probably letting that, Carl. That's fine. That was a squeeze, but that's fine. You can sort. They survived. That's a really good example. This curb, you don't want to get your middle of the floor on it, but you can get a tyre on it. So that is a squeeze, but they both survive. That's fine, because Carl wasn't really alongside enough. And do you know what? I've actually recently realised this offline. The less someone is alongside, the less room they deserve, I think, in general. Because at this point, it would be wild of Ricky just to leave him a full cars whip and basically wave him through, right? If you're wheel to wheel, though, absolutely leave a full cars whip. But if you're only halfway alongside, you're getting a bit of a squeeze. And if you're barely alongside, you're getting quite a big squeeze. So I think this is nice driving. So it was a squeeze, but it was completely fair. Carl just got a break later than that. To be honest, he needs to go for it. Oh, yeah, and he's getting sent on. It's kill or be killed. You got to go for it, Carl. This previously was a good opportunity, but Ricky decided to squeeze. Now you got to go for it. He's giving you the inside. Break later. Go for it. He just doesn't. He breaks too early. Lets him have it, and that allows Kai a chance.
Don't be that guy, man. What are you doing?
He's trying to win the race. Trying to win the race, Carl, but frustration there from him. That's not full space worthy, I agree. Yeah, fair, Carl. Fair. I mean, you didn't complain about it live either, so fair. Go again. Wow, come on. You defend. He's still not defending. You've got to get...
Oh, my fuck.
Okay, he's still got to run. No, keep boost on.
Right. No, I've had enough now. Just going to pretend I'm not fucking there.
I respect it. I respect it. So, two things to say about this. A... Yes, okay. Three things. A, yes, this is a bit late by Ricky there. That is a bit late. Fine, whatever. It's not the end of the world. There's no momentum lost. Fine, carry on.
Oh my
B,
fuck.
Don't switch off your battery here. Singapore is a... And I'd correct if I'm wrong, because I didn't drive it. I'm pretty sure you can recharge enough if you keep boosting all the way to turn 1 to be able to see you through the next straight, no problem. Because you just unnecessarily... You could be a few meters further ahead. And then you've allowed him then to outbrake you round the outside, and yes, there's more contact.
Right. No,
and then third thing to say is, I respect this. Ricky's not driving fairly here, so he goes, you know what, buddy? Have some of that. He doesn't put him in the wall, he just squeezes him out.
Such a stupid. Honestly.
Me gusta. Thumbs up from me. But don't lose your head now, Carl. Keep it. You're in P1.
Every time I go
Especially you've got overtake mode this lap. Frustration there from Carl, but I respect the move in the end. Yeah, loads of battery. Should have used more of it in turn 1. Kai's going for a send as well behind. Let's go and have a look at that one. I haven't actually looked at any of Kai's POV yet. Formula Kai. Up. 3. Wait, was it lap 53? Oh, here he is, lap 54. So now Ricky without the overtake mode, and we have seen this a few times. Last one, that overtake mode just suddenly plunges through the field again, stopping boosting early though. Let me see. I don't know if that was all on Ricky. Ah, well, there, to be fair, he did stop boosting quite late, so I don't think that's that much. Bit of both, I think. Bit of a squeeze from Ricky. Little bit, tiny bit deep from Kai. I think it's probably 80% on Ricky. Just kind of go straight a little bit. Should have turned in a bit earlier. So I think that's fine that Ricky took that in the end because it wasn't 100% on him. No reaction from Kai though. Ricky back all over Carl. What's Carl playing at here? Is Ricky just genuinely just the fastest driver today? I'm surprised Carl to not see him at least a few more tenths up the road. Very interesting.
Just chops across the nose of Carl.
But he lit
in his defence so far. Lolly jumps off the road on the other foot because here comes Formula Kai with a great run.
Wait, Lolly jumps off the road?
It'll be the inside of turn number 7. Real pinch point in the apex. Both drivers turn.
Why did Lolly jump off the road?
Sideways. Lolly jumps off the road. Vince through on in
Oh my god.
Group as well. Tom 97 will get the cold shoulder out there as Lolino begins.
Okay, there's lots to review. I want to see Tom 97's POV. Lap 54.
You can't overtake
don't
on a
know.
freaking straight.
Lolly just panics there because Kai's sliding.
Every time I'm onto one, I just can't find the
Lifts.
exit.
He's almost completely ahead, but now he's boxed in by Kai.
Yeah.
Nah, see,
Just gonna
Tom's...
go for that. I was never going to sit on the outside there in case I get put in the barrier. I hate going around the outside here.
I don't disagree with Tom, and I'm not going to say he's wrong here.
Get that exit.
In my opinion, I would have done things differently. I'm not going to say he's wrong there because we saw what happened earlier to was it Skyzy? Yeah, Skyzy.
Every time I'm on to one, I just can't buy the exit.
There, he did pretty much everything he can. If you break later than that, you risk hitting Kai. He did everything he can. But here, he's obviously gone for it, which is fine. But he's already backing out. He's already backing out. You've just got to try and, because if you break late enough, Lolly's also got the Kai problem. He'll hit into the back of Kai and cause them both to slide and stuff, and hopefully you can get both of them then. So, like, although Kai's a blocker for Tom, he's also a blocker for Lolly, so you kind of, here you've almost got to release the brake a bit. You know Lolly cannot go deeper than Kai. So he can't really push you into the wall as much, because Kai's in the way of him breaking that late. You've got to hold this, but Tom just backs out immediately. I'm not going to say it's the wrong decision, but I think Tom could have kept that position, in my opinion. Right.
Over to the wall through turn number 8. Hayden Gullis unable to try and lap that one up, but it's Carl to the lead. Ricky somehow still in P2. Tom all over the road with Hayden right tucked up underneath his rear wing into the Singapore sling. Kicking off here with just 8 laps to go.
Lolly defending hard for his P4, but he's doing a good job so far. Oh, wow.
As we can see, Ricky and Carl getting closer once again.
That was a little bit deep from Carl there.
Really upset to lose that Grand Prix lead. He knows this is his chance.
Has Ricky even got overtake mode yet? I'm not sure if he has. Gonna find out.
When the big top is needed, Carl,
oh well.
Clipbook Carl turns up.
Scotty is once again out.
What he does.
Nudge into the back of him. Stop hitting him.
16. Carl this time on all the wrong parts of the racetrack. Bulking Ricky, which invites Formula Kai back into the fray. He's now pushing the Ferrari through the final.
Just hitting him unnecessarily. We've seen Lolly do that before. Now that Carl might have recharged that lap, but I wouldn't have thought so.
ERS down to turn 1. I think Kai taps the back of Ricky into the braking zone. Yellow flag out. Purye's in the wall. Will there be a safety car? Yes.
Another safety car. Wow. Oh, Lolly and Tom were side by side. Hold on.
Off as we start 55. Carlos to be out of ERS. Down to turn 1. I think Kai taps the back of Ricky.
Tom gone for into here. He has. What the hell, Tom? What is that? What the hell is that? That is Larry from Tom. I got to see. Surely even Tom calls himself out for that one. That one was insane.
Everyone.
That's Larry, man. Tom's
block the road.
Not normally like this.
One big pile up effect.
This is not a send corner.
Okay, the safety car is out. Safety car is out. We need to form up at reduced. Keep a close eye on that delta time.
Well, watch for the safety car.
Bro. It's an intentional fucking safety
car,
what are you doing? Man. It's fucking intentional. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it, bro. You can't do this anymore. You can't fucking do this anymore. That was a horrific overtake attempt I did on Lolly there, but I knew I wasn't going to get room. I had to steer into him, and otherwise my front gets chopped, and he's going to just, spin me out. I had to turn to the right when he's turning into me to keep my car there. I had to do it.
True, but obviously he didn't have to send it. That's the key bit of information missing there. But he owned up. He said it was a horrific move, so fair play. I knew he'd own up as well. Let's have a look. Let's go on with Perya and see what the hell happened there. So Tom immediately calling out a purposeful safety car there with zero knowledge on the matter. Yeah. Who's got a YouTube? But it's not been live for a while, so barely uploads. Okay, can't see players POV. Who's around him then? So nobody. Nobody. If you look on the menu up underneath me here, is this red car?
Taps the back of Ricky into the braking zone. Yellow flag out. Purye's in the wall.
What is he doing?
Down to turn 1. I think Kai taps the back of Ricky into the braking. We start 55. Carlos to be out of ERS. Down to turn 1. I think.
Yeah,
the back of Ricky into the braking.
We're guessing. I don't disagree with Tom. If I had to bet one way or the other, I would say that was purposeful because he's on his own. He's bored. Perya hasn't raced in Creator Series for a while. It wouldn't surprise me if he didn't know that the rule is now you can't do it in the last 10 laps of the race and assume that the rule hadn't changed. Which obviously, if you're racing a new series, read the rules. Like, come on, the rules aren't that long for Creator Series. It would take 5 minutes to read them. I think that's on purpose. I think it's because he didn't know the rule. But yeah, unfortunate. Another safety car. And it's so frustrating. I'm glad I didn't race this because it's so frustrating when you're at the front trying to have battles with people And it's just you stop. Why I don't like it is mainly because it stops your racing. We've now got 2 laps to just sit and do nothing. 2 or 3 laps to sit and do nothing. You can't race. It's literally, we've only got 7 laps to go. Now we've actually only got 4 laps to go. That's why I hate it, regardless of all the strategy stuff. Like, it's when you have them over and over again, it's just so frustrating. Anyway, who's got a box? Oh, thinking about it, and does from the lead, and also Lolly.
He's gone for it.
Oh, so Carl with the power play. Ricky carries on.
Hey, just Carl and Lolly from the top 10.
With everybody else staying out here, has Carl maybe made the wrong call? We'll see what this group behind us.
Everybody else is staying out. That's the wrong call. That's 100% the wrong call. What's interesting about this though is you've got Carl, an experienced commentator, but an inexperienced Creator Series driver, and Lolly both boxing. Lolly's a very experienced Creator Series driver. Interesting they both did it. Obviously, Lolly was on the hards.
A lot of overtaking
but
on those soft compound tyres. 14th.
I think
is it going to be
I would guess certainly Carl and probably Lolly thought more people were going to box there. And I'm also surprised. Chappers, 22 lap old hards. I would expect him to box. Probably Grid Jokes as well. Maybe Chris. The top 6, I'm not surprised. What's wild is Lolly was going to have better tyres than those guys in front at the end, unless they were going to be too cold, maybe. Don't know. Wait, Lolly got a 10?
But it will be 14th for
what, for speeding?
And Lolly in 15th.
Did he?
If he comes out, Lolly into the final couple of corners. What games of chicken do we play? Carl is going to box.
He's gone for it.
Oh, so Carl with the power play. Ricky carries on. Lolly unsurprisingly into the pits as well.
Doesn't say.
I wonder, with everybody else staying out here,
didn't pop up on the spectate screen.
Made the wrong call. We'll see what this group behind us.
Trap positions king. Yes.
Pretty happy with that.
And it did look hard to overtake at Singapore when everyone's got overtake mode, but the softs, they're going to be a lot faster than the cars in front. But I think I would have been tempted to box as well because I'm surprised not more people boxed. Normally, Creator Series, when this sort of thing happens, most people box. So they're probably as surprised as I am that people didn't box.
But it will be 14th for Carl.
Grand Prix. So let's grab the. We did ask you earlier.
I could stay out. I'll show you if it wasn't.
If you
thing,
He hasn't got a 10 yet. He only gets a 10.
Are going to rule out, but let's try and have our pass. Return.
Well, he hasn't got a penalty at the moment.
Turn 17, and with 5 to go, count them down, everybody. Ferrari versus Red Bull
all right.
front. We had one Italian leading for the.
There goes Carl then. Keep an eye on him. Dan in P14, Lolly in P15 as well. Both on softs, right? Yeah, both on softs.
Second penalty. It's Ricky that leads them. He has not been in this position.
Lolly doesn't have a penalty. Oh, he boxed to serve the 10? Oh, hold on. Sorry, I'm up to speed now.
This time on all the wrong parts of the racetrack. Bulking Ricky RS down to turn 1, I think, very again. Taps the back of himself to Lolly.
Hit from the top end. I don't think it's where.
That's another.
Okay.
He's gone into the wall there on the right hand side. On this point, he's really struggling on those hard tyres. But if he
can have a Lolly in the Cadillac, he apparently hits the Red Bull. Oh yeah.
I think it's where he wants to go. Like, has he gone into the wall there on the right hand side of the Anderson Bridge?
Lolly's.
So that's why he boxed, and that brings me back to the experience point. I was surprised Lolly boxed with the experience he's got in Creator Series, because it makes sense that Carl boxed because he hasn't got much experience in Creator Series, so he was forced to by that. What the hell? It looks very much to me like he just drove into the back of him. I would guess distracted by chat, but that is a pretty awful mistake by Lolly. Lap 55. Kai's a bit slow, but does he get told he can overtake him? No. You know what I'm going to say, chat? Bro thinks he can win a championship this season, and he can't even drive the car under a safety car. Drive the car, bro. Drive the car. What is that? Like, come on. I know we're streamers. I know chat exists. I get it, but that's not even a minor, they've braked in front and you've not reacted because of chat. That's just, he just accelerates into the back of Kai. Why do people drive so close? Yeah, I know. You don't need to. There's nothing to be gained by being closer to Kai. It just accelerates across the bridge. And Kai's dropping back here, probably trying to be smart. So I'm surprised Kai doesn't get a penalty, by the way. It's quite rare that when this sort of thing happens, only one person gets a penalty. Normally you both get a penalty.
Ragazzi, se I primi 3 boxano io non rientro, che ne dite?
Just pause. If you really want to look that far away from your screen for that long, just pause the game. And I personally don't like the pausing stuff. Like, not that it matters that much, but like I never pause in safety car to have a break. I just drive, right? But whatever. If you really want to do that, pause. That is unbelievably stupid. Can't pit for content. Okay, fair. Unbelievable. All his fans think he's so hard done by. Oh, Lolly deserved to win. Lolly was unlucky. They always say this kind of thing in all comments and all chats. Like, wait, like, he's going to get another one in a sec. What are you doing? You don't learn your lesson.
Ottimo. Ottimo. Davvero, ottimo. Vi giuro ragazzi, non...
Wow.
Mi sta noia di non farlo più sto creator.
I think the Italian king is bad at this game, to be honest. Big old bottler. RIP. Anyway, so let's have a look what happens.
5 to go. Count them down, everybody.
All right.
Ferrari versus Red Bull out front.
So keep an eye on Carl and Lolly. We've obviously also got Ricky and Kai in particular batting for the win. Tom can't win this race because of the 3.
He has not been in this position this late in a Creator Series Grand Prix, and he's got one of the punchiest drivers just behind, looking to steal this victory away from him.
He certainly does. Scotty Zines, 10-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags. Let's ignore that one for now, as Carl is already making moves.
Oh, picture in picture. What is this?
Very unlucky. Kareem 70, or does
Glorious.
Make it stick at the moment?
What do you mean picture in picture?
Basically,
This is Carl in the picture in picture. Oh my god, is that okay? Is that Lolly around the outside? That's disgusting. Let me. I think Carl might have some more choice words here for his rivals, because that was pretty bad. You know what? We're gonna split this in 2. Right here, we're splitting this in 2. We're gonna watch the end of the race for this and look at the front, and then we're gonna go back and watch Carl and Lolly come through the pack. All right. So for now, we're gonna ignore those guys because I think that'll be spicy, and I do want to look at that again. But we're just gonna concentrate on the battle of the front. So I over Ricky here with overtake now.
In the closing stages, we enter lap number 60.
Yeah, that's a run. That's a run.
Corners. What is going to happen here? What a
Ricky's
run
still not defending.
Final corner. Ricky doesn't bother throwing the defensive shape. Does he roll out the red carpet?
Just keeps
hang it to the outside.
doing a weird half defense. I don't really understand Ricky's defense in this. He's 3 laps away from winning this race.
Into the path of Kai. Now has to deal with Tom 97 though. Maybe a little bit tentative there from Ricky as he opened the door wide, and Formula Kai said, well, you've done me the favour.
Going over time, yeah, that's any quality for VSC. Well, I bet we're not even starting quality yet. Ricky doesn't have overtake. Oh, that's late on the brakes. Nice, Tom. Tom should have kept that. I think he maybe backed out. I think Tom should have kept that. Let me have a look.
It's not a nice move. It's over anyway.
I think Tom should have kept that, in my opinion. Ricky doesn't have overtake mode, so... What, did he hit him there? Oh, that's maybe a bit naughty by Ricky there. I'm not going to say it was definitely on purpose, but it looked a bit naughty. Tom should be more aware here. I think Tom might tap him. Maybe not.
Oh my god, bro, I'm still there. That was scary.
Cost him a bit of momentum. How much momentum did it cost him? Let's have a look.
Can't get any closer than that on an exit.
280. Didn't really cost him any, but it stopped him accelerating.
That was scary.
You got to go for this here. You got to brake late. I think you just hit the wall, but you got to brake late and just go for this. I know he's got a 3-second penalty, but at this point that's relevant to Tom. You just got to go for this. Let's Ricky out brake him.
Okay, mate. Appreciate it.
Nah, I don't know. I don't think he had a chance to stay there.
It's just shit. It's fucking shit.
And he's lost his head.
I'm losing my head. No, I don't want this now. I don't need this now.
Hayden goes attacking him.
I'm going to lose my fucking head.
Hayden's like, I will attack you if you let me, Tom. Right, let's stay on board with Tom here. We've got front row seats to the end of this race. Tom is not a happy bunny.
It's fucking shocking. And completely alongside.
I got to say, I haven't really analysed that incident. I think Tom squeezes him. and causes a bit of a slide.
Is it? Oh,
That's a
my
bit
God,
naughty.
still there. That was scary.
Tom's just got a brake later than this. So now he's wheel 12. But look, Tom does turn there, look. Where's Tom going? I don't think that contact there is not on Ricky. But what that does do is cause Ricky to slide. And that's what causes that contact, which is ultimately what pushes Tom wide.
Appreciate it.
Racing incident for me. Like, and that's why I said Tom should just keep it. Just get on with it. Just go. Just go. Stop. Just go. I don't think he did back out on purpose, but still. But that I'd be like, that seems like all fair and love and war. Let's just get on with it.
That's now a mistake for Tom and a mistake for Ricky. Both times I've just been fucking.
Tom should have brake later there though and gone for it more.
I'm fucking tired, bro. We're finishing P6 and that's it.
Green flag, we're racing again, let's go.
Ricky's strat in this race is not for the inside and turn at the apex. Yeah, pretty much.
DNF myself because I might lose my head.
Tom's quite lucky. There's quite a big gap opened up behind, so he's still going to get P5 or P6 despite the late safety car on the 3-second penalty. Ricky's nowhere near Kai. He's just running away now. But Ricky's now got to overtake Mo for 2 laps. As long as he actually got it, did he?
We're finishing P6 and that's it.
He did get it. So Kai had overtake mode before. Now Ricky's got it, so he should start to close in. There you go. Look at that. Look at the difference of overtake mode.
Send on Kai. I can't do anything more.
Kai was probably best part of 6/10 quicker that last lap. And now Ricky's 6/10 quicker this lap. That's crazy. Is that generally how much overtake mode was worth at Singapore? 6/10? Might be.
Carlo climbing.
Gonna go for this. Ah, you gotta go for it. Come on. You gotta go for that.
Lolly and Carlo climbing.
That's sendable. On the last lap, that's sendable. That's sendable. Ricky just isn't quite aggressive enough when it matters. This is for their first win. Kai's never won before. I don't think Ricky's ever won before. Has he? Maybe he has. He's definitely had a couple podiums now. You've got to go for that, haven't you? Just go for it and hope you get it stopped. This was probably your best opportunity, but maybe I'm wrong. Oh, and then a half send there. It's just costing you time. Now he's a few tenths back. Was not the move. If you're going to go for one, that wasn't the place to go for it. Heck, you should all race. Yeah, flare play, Tom. That's deep. Ricky's. Oh my god. Okay, opportunity for Tom then. I think at this point, Tom's going, if I send on him, all he'll do is cost us both time. He knows he's got his 3. I think if he didn't have his 3, he'd have gone for that and probably made it stick.
I need Fabio to defend like a lion. That's what I need.
Nothing. Again, gotta go for that. He's a 10th back. You've got to go for that, Ricky. Come on. No way. Why are you even racing, Ricky? Why are you even racing, Ricky? Why are you here, bro? There's a win on offer. You're right there, man. I'm sorry, you've got to go for that. If I'm Ricky, A, if I'm exactly Ricky, I'm 100% go for that. But B, in my championship position, where Ricky is right now, there's logic to say, settle for P2. Kai's winning, he's not in championship hunt. Tom's about to get a penalty. Don't risk anything. Just P2 is still good in the championship, right? That's logic. Ricky hasn't got that. There's no reason to not go for this. He doesn't need P2. P2 makes no difference to his life. He's had podiums before. You've got to go for this, Ricky. I need to go on board with him. That's infuriating. It's for a win. It's the last lap. Wait, is it with an E? I always forget if it's with an E or not. Ricky, bro, you've got to go for that, man. The first opportunity, although I said I should have gone for it there, that was an aggressive one, all right? I'll give him that. The first one would have been a big send and probably would have ended badly. So, the first one, I'll give him a pass for. Even though I think last lap we should be going for this. But that's not that close. Ben's going for that. 100% Ben's going for that. I'm probably going for that. Certainly if I'm not in a championship situation. In my championship situation, I'm probably not quite going for that. But I'll have a look at it. I hope it scares him off track. And then, wait, hold on. Then he goes for the weird, I don't know what that is. Centre hard. He hasn't centre hard at any point. He's just defended hard by turning in. That's what he's done. Oh, it's only in the wall. Normally that would have cost him position to Tom, but with this 3-second penalty, Tom's sitting back. Thomas Bagman blowing up. I'd hate if I was fighting for winning someone with the 3 got involved. Yeah, you're very fair with that sort of stuff, Tom. Ah, you've got to go for that, man. He's just hit the brakes now. Look, it's a send. It's a send. I'm not saying it was a golden opportunity. It's a send. It's aggressive. It's probably going to result in some contact. You might even end up sending off track. Absolute worst case scenario, as long as you're not an idiot here. And he's not. He's had a lot of contact all race and he's survived. You go for this, you do it horrendously, you shove him off track, you just back out and let him go. You back out and let him go, you let him win, race over. Right? Absolute worst case. Tom's behind's got a 3, so if Tom comes through, you're still beating him. Hayden's 7/10 back, unless you do a horror show, which you're not going to do. You've just got to go for this, man. On the last lap, for a race win when you're this close, you've got to go. You've got to go. Look, Kai doesn't even brake late. Kai doesn't even brake late. Ricky outbrakes him without trying. Dude. No way. That win was there for the taking.
Fanculo!
That win was there for the taking, Ricky. I cannot believe he's not gone for this. Both had leg shakes. Yeah, maybe. I cannot believe he's not gone for this. That is insane, dude.
No!
They're both nervous AF. Yeah, but oh my god, I can't believe that. It's easy for me to say. I'm one of the more aggressive drivers, but you got to go for that. You have to go for that. That is wild that he didn't. With the nerves, you forget how to brake late. No, if anything, the nerves cause you to brake too late, to be honest, not early. Crazy. Crazy. Mad. Anyway, right, well, there you go. So Kai wins. Oh. So fair play to Kai. That's his first Crit Series win, would you believe? So fair play. As a reserve as well. Obviously, we have some people disconnect here. I think Kai, did Kai ult F for his game immediately? That's normally what causes this. Let's have a look.
Breaches the first place charge.
I'm gonna go watch his reaction in a sec. Yeah, it's just a game bug, I think. Let's go watch Kai's reaction. I need to see Kai's reaction to this. Have I still got him? Here it is. I need to see Kai's reaction to this.
Come on! Come on! Let's go! Oh my god! That's it! We had to do it! Eh? Why am I fourth? Eh?
He's still dropping that. Pure game glitch. He's got plus 330. Pure game glitch. They obviously fixed that afterwards. Brilliant. Very good. Very good. Moving on. Okay, let's congrats to Kai. Really good win. Well controlled. I'm surprised Ricky didn't go for it, but that's not on Kai. Also Tom crossline podium again. Obviously bottle with a 3, but let's just go there you go. I think that's probably the order. I will just skip that. Make sure. There you go. So, yeah, which gives Hayden a podium. So, congrats to Hayden as well. Awesome job. Hayden's definitely much stronger on this game, on this year's cars, no doubt about it. Vince back up to P5 as well. I think he had a bit of an eventful one, so he'll be happy with P5. Fabio P6 as well, not bad at all. I assume he actually ended up ahead of Tom. Yes, they did. So, Vince P4, Fabio P5, and Lolly probably clearly ends up ahead of Carl, but probably doesn't beat Tom 97.
The first place charge, and is the big, although it's Hayden Gullit.
Yeah, no. Tom finished ahead of Lolly still. So, yeah, congrats to those guys. Let's go and watch Lolly's race, shall we? Let's see what kind of moves he's pulling off to get through. Because Lolly is starting to go with some pretty big sends in races, to be honest. So let's have a look. Now we know he's got Carl directly in front of him, who's in the same situation as him, fresh softs. Let's enjoy these last couple of laps. Kai's quicker than you, Tom. That's not saying much, is it? Oh, Carl. Why is Carl not getting a save? So now, that to me, he's waved the white flag to Lolly a little bit. In the sort of mind games of his racing. In not going for this move with much better tyres on Karim, when you're right there, if I'm Lolly now, I'm going, I've got to get Carl. I cannot follow him through. If he's not going for that move, he's not going to get through the pack very quickly. I have to go ASAP. I'm actually kind of surprised Lolly doesn't send it here with how far right Carl goes. That would have been an aggressive move, but look, there was a room there. This is why Lolly goes for such an aggressive move from him in a second then. The second time I'm asking, Carl, I mean, kind of gets it done. Oh, this is cozy. I don't like this. Ah, it's not a good drive by Lolly. Give it a squeeze. Stay there, Carl. Stay there. Don't let him do it. Yeah, nice. Oh, come on, Lolly. Yeah, not good driving from Lolly at all, unfortunately. So, look, this is scary, because sometimes you get put in this wall. He doesn't. And then from here, barely on the outside, bit of lag getting involved. The wall sticks out. I'm not surprised that he ends up in it. That could be DNF on another day. And then to turn in here, when you're 3 wide, that's... Look at Fibex's racing line in front. Okay, Fibex is a tiny bit deep. But if you're on your own, this is about the right line. He's a little bit deep, but not much. With 1 car on the inside, this is a turn-in. With 2 cars on the inside, this is insane. This is bad. This is bad. That's bad by Lolly. And then here, this is very naughty as well. He lifts the brake there, puts him right out on the wide, but just about leaves some room, so that's okay. And here, that's just lovely. Look again. Where's he going? Where's he going? Carl just needs to just straighten the wheel here. Just don't let him do it. Oh, Carl backs out. And there'll be a lot. I need to see Carl's reaction to that, because there'll be a lot of frustration from Carl in that. There'll be a lot of frustration from Carl in that, I think. That was borderline dirty driving there from Lolly, to be honest with you guys. It's pretty bad. Lolly's a bit desperate there. And is not driving very cleanly. Not going for it there is wild. He should have so much more grip than Krim. Krim's probably got cold tyres as well.
Right.
Here from behind by Lolly, that's normal for Lolly.
Let's just get him here. Oh, see, sorry, mate.
Not really driving confidently enough with the tyres he's got.
Karim, don't do something stupid. Oh my god. Oh my god.
That survives, that's fair.
Lolly, leave
Just
space
about
for
fair.
us.
No, just about fair. This though is bad.
Fuck me. Like, where...
To be fair, I don't think Carl could do anything differently here at any point. I was saying, you know, squeeze him out. I'm not saying put him in the wall. I'm just saying, like, don't let yourself get bullied on track. But here, that's naughty from Lolly. Clearly, you can see he's just on the normal racing line. But here, Carl can't do anything differently. He's corrected nicely. He's nudged him wide. But here, if he squeezes him now, not A, he puts Lolly in the wall, which is worse. But B, he puts himself in the wall because you end up getting pincered into the wall. So he actually couldn't do anything more. But here he backs out, I think.
Going out of the fucking turn,
Did he switch ERS off briefly? I think he did.
Lolly, leave space, broski.
Yeah, he's in none. He's in none. This is why I don't like none, look. He briefly switches off boost, look. And because it immediately goes down to none, he just loses all this momentum. It looks like he lifts the throttle from Lolly's POV. He doesn't. Boost there, goes down to none. And then back up to boost. That's what he does. He doesn't never lift the throttle at any point. And this is the momentum it costs him.
Genuinely.
That's crazy. Oh, he'd have been tempted there because of frustration. Stumble with Carl now. Lolly will go for that 100%. There he goes. Larry. But fair. Larry, but fair. Yeah, Carl's...
The art of leaving space from Fimex. Well done. Now we
Look, he's now 6/10 back. Well, he won't have said that. No. Nah, all good. I do think Carl is missing a little bit of aggression. That's wild. Let's could give Carl a run. Yeah, and does. Get the slipstream. He's all good.
Avanti.
That's better. Break there on the restart on Karim, and you'd have been ahead of him, and you'd be ahead of Lolly still by now. Missing a little bit of killer instinct, I think. Nick Flies looks like he's going to jump out the way. No, he doesn't, but he's fair room. The thing, okay, and look, this is the issue that I've always got, and this is what I have had an issue with Ben in the past. He's cleaned it up a lot this season, mostly. Nick there, if he turned in like Lolly turned in on all the other people, Lolly would have been raging. He'd have been saying Nick is dirty. His fans would have been jumping over to Nick's chat saying you're a dirty driver. If he spun from it, Lolly would have, all the comments on Instagram would have been saying that Lolly was robbed. But all Nick would have done is driven exactly like Lolly just drove on other people. That's what I don't like about it, is it's essentially fundamentally unfair when people drive like that. They expect to be raced fairer than they race themselves. That's not fair. And Nick did back out there in the end.
Thank you, Nick Flies. Let's go.
Yeah, I know he had his ERS the wrong around, but it's still a mistake.
I should have stayed out really to win the race, but I've removed the part of me that cares so much.
Well, what I will say is he's been frustrated with people turning on him, and he's put himself back in the pack. And it's fun, but oh yes, I like what I see. Fair play to Lolly. No, that was fair.
The art of leaving space is not a common one.
No, he's frustrated now. I think probably in chat he'll probably say differently now. I think that's quite the send, and Lolly has left space.
Again,
that's fair. Lolly's been completely fair there, and Lolly's probably just given himself a warning on exit as well.
To some extent. I don't mean leaving space as in left enough space at the apex. I mean there's a car literally.
Oh, keep on the
inside
boost.
You. Why are you?
I don't really understand this racecraft. Why are you switching off boost here?
I don't mean leaving space.
Keep it on. You're there. There's another move coming here.
Inside you. Why are you turning in so much?
Yeah, Lolly's okay. Yeah, there you go. Go. Oh, okay. I'm not going to begrudge him for that one. There was an opportunity there.
I mean, there's a car
if you squeeze to the inside, there was a good chance there to squeeze past Lolly.
Turning in so much.
Here, if he just goes a little bit further left, there was a chance for them. I reckon someone like Ben would have found that gap, but it's not easy to find. I'm not going to hate him for that. Yeah. Well, backing out there is smart. But using battery, chill.
Kai's gone for it.
Yeah. That's always quite likely. But look, I mean, there's contact there, but I think that's actually all right. Sometimes you just got to go for moves.
Oh, Kai's gone for it.
I mean, that's fine. It's aggressive. It's late. But he's got it stopped. He's just about left room by a few millimetres. I think that's good. Little squeeze there by Skies. He's nice on Carl. Yeah. Well, get the exit. You got better tyres. Yep, there you go. Wow, it was a compromise on the exit, though, because he was in the way. I don't think these guys will defend this too hard on Carl. Well, a bit later than I expected him to. Puts himself off track, though. Ah, a bit naughty. Bit naughty this from Skiesy, actually. Put himself off track, and now he's staying there, but surely we'll get the move done now. More contact there. I think that's also by Skiesy, but all good.
Top 10.
Okay, up to P10.
Kai's leading.
Wow. Surprised Lolly didn't go for that, but Great Jokes did defend a little
Kai's
bit.
leading.
Surprised Lolly didn't go for that. I'm surprised. Very surprised. See him on the apex again. Nice. Nice. Very nice by Lolly. Very nice indeed. That's what you got to do. Just that breaker on the outside. You just got to go for it on the brakes. And he does. Gets it done. Great Jokes back, breaks himself a little bit. We'll go for that. No. Switch back. Go. Boost. Lovely. Very nice. That'll do. Very nice driving there by Carl. Okay, it's up through to P9.
Nice.
Don't think Lolly will send it in this corner, but I expect him to send it in the next major braking zone. The end of the straight. It's all over Chris here. Lolly will be sending this.
Come on.
Chris will defend. He's not defending at all. Probably should have gone for that. But he did hit him on the exit because he's so much quicker, so I don't begrudge him for not going for it, but there was probably an opportunity there.
So am I, apparently.
Buys some cooperation. Gets it.
Down the inside.
Slow, though.
Here very often.
And this is what I mean. If you go for the moves like Lolly's been doing, you get the moves and you can get on with the race. Instead, now Carl's put himself over a second back from Lolly just by being a bit too tentative. You obviously don't want to turn on people, but a bit too tentative, I think. Lost. No, he kept overtake. Did he keep overtake?
Got to try and catch up a lot.
Overtake mode is broken on this game. Overtake mode detection is broken on this game, isn't it? I think we've all experienced it to some extent. I thought it's primarily that the detection points weren't quite where they are on the minimap. So this says the detection points there. I highlighted it earlier, actually. We also get a distance. Do we get a distance when we've already got it? Yeah, we do. We get a distance here, but at no point is he within a second. Hold on. Still watch it through. At no point is he within a second, yet he gets it. Yeah, there's something about it. If you're close, you sometimes either don't get it or get it. If you're only just a second. If you're half a second back, you'll always get it. And if you're 1.5 seconds back, you always won't get it. But if you're about a second, never dips below a second. I mean, now it has.
Got to push like nothing now. Come on. See what happens up front in this last lap.
So, to be honest, the sort of distance to overtake that pops up here is a bit confusing because it's I think it's supposed to be distance to the detection line and then distance to the activation line. But it says it just disappeared. Why did it disappear? It never went to 0 meters. There's definitely some sort of glitch in there.
See what happens up front in this last lap.
Hold on, let me just go through this slowly. So pops up there, 172 meters. Here is where the minimap claims it is, with 70 meters still left on the clock. So what it could be is this could be the detection point, and 70 meters could be the activation point, possibly. But no, he's not within a second. And then randomly, 50 meters, 40 meters, it disappears at 42 meters. And then on top of that, so he now goes within a second. If you look, he gets a pop-up here for straight mode, but watch it, it disappears, and then comes back again. Now that could be a pit entry thing, or it could be that the detection point is actually there in reality, and that's why that disappears. That's a wild theory. But that's the only point that anything happens where he's within a second. It makes no sense that you should get this. It's a zone. Then it shouldn't be a zone. I mean, yeah, it could be start-finish line, but I don't think it is.
Get another place here.
It certainly shouldn't be. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, regardless, it's a glitch because the line's here and that's wrong. This meter thing was wrong. Like something, it was all wrong. Regardless, right? Come on, Carl. Just think, Carl. Just think. What's Lolly done to you so far this race? How bad has he turned in on you? How frustrating has your race been? You've got an opportunity here to steal P7 off one of the guys who's frustrated you. Come on. Let me see it. Let me see it. That'd have been a Larry one. But with all what's happened to him in this race, from Lolly, I wouldn't have begrudged him for it.
Lolly's really struggling. What's happened to him?
Carl's definitely quicker than Lolly. That'd have been tempting because he was so close in his last lap, but it was always an unwise move. Okay, you want to go for it? Yeah, probably too far back. Last lap, I think he probably should have gone for that. Not much to lose. Good opportunity there. And here. Does go for this time. That's just about okay. It's a squeeze, but it's just about okay. But now he's got an opportunity. So sometimes it's smart to go for moves like this because what it does is it costs them time. Completely valid move, squeeze. You're unlikely to come out of it out on top from this situation, but what it's done is it's cost Lolly time. It's pushed him a little bit wide. So now you're all over him with overtake mode, with slipstream. So now he's got a great opportunity. Oh, yes. Very nice. Why are you switching boost off? Stop doing it, Carl. Stop switching boost off early. You're at the end of the race. You don't need the battery. You can't take the battery to your grave. Keep it on. Keep it on. Here. You've still got a few hundred meters of the straight to go. You still momentum to be had. Crazy. He's got 50% battery. You don't need that. Mad. Anyway, it only costs him a few meters, but still. Surely not.
I mean, okay. Well, Kai wins. P8.
Wow, Lolly.
Alright, it's not bad. I mean,
Wow, Lolly. Is Lolly that desperate? 2 points? Really he is. I mean, there's no logic you could possibly apply to make that a fair move from Lolly Noba. There's no words or reasoning that could possibly apply that would make this okay. None. Carl's left him room. They're on the apex, and he just accelerates from here. Carl's left him room, look. And okay, eventually comes to the left because he's all the way over there.
I mean, okay. Well, Kai wins. P8. Alright, it's not bad. I mean...
What the hell is that? What the hell is that? That's just awful. That's actually, do you know what? That's the worst thing I've seen all race. Because it's so purposeful. It's so snaky. And he's gone, well, I've got maybe one warning this race. We'll have many warnings he had. So I'm going to go for it because I can afford another warning. And just steal this position. It's anti-content. It's anti-sporting. It's anti-fairness. It's anti-competition. Squeezing is one thing, and going for outrageous dive bombs is one thing. Put someone on the wall like Vince did is another thing. I don't like any of them. That's worse than a lot. That's worse than a lot for me. And it's not even particularly close, to be honest. Camera's turned at some point. It's not even particularly close. That's really bad. Really bad. And yet another example, guys, of the bad stewarding system in Creator Series in action. Because what should happen in that case, obviously, by anyone's logic, is he should lose that position. He should either get a position drop, as would happen in VSC Ranked, or he should get a time penalty that will drop him back behind him. You don't need to give him a 0.2 of a second time penalty, but give him a 1 second, give him a 2 second. If you give him a 3 second, it might cost him 2 positions or more. That just makes sense. You've just reversed the injustice we've just seen. Instead, if it gets reported by Carl, which it almost certainly won't because Carl is a reserve, and I understand there's a disincentive for reserves to cause drama, unless Carl's in chat telling me it's been reported. I don't think it's going to be. If it gets reported, Lolly gets a warning and gets away with it. He keeps his 2 points. I'm not going to go on about it because I've gone about it enough in the most recent versions of this clipbook, but the reporting system doesn't work. The reporting system does not work. That's horrendous by Lolly. And it's just snaky. It just looks, to me, it's a window into Lolly's mentality. Lolly is willing to make his content worse and to be fundamentally unfair on track for 2 points in a pretend championship. I think that's the sign of the man. I think that probably tells you all you need to know about why his community is how they are. That right there. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. But yes, anyway, there you go, guys. That was the Creator Series clipbook. Wild. Absolutely wild. But yeah, I enjoyed that tonight, guys. That was definitely an interesting race. Congrats again to Kai for winning the race. Absolutely deserved. We saw the May 2 Championship contenders, though, have a little bottle, to be honest. It was Tom 97 could have taken the championship lead off me if he won, but he only finished P6. And Lolly could have been very close to winning the championship, and he only finished P7. So I'm just going to get the championship standings up for you guys. We'll have a little look. Here we go. So I still lead the championship by 10 points now over Tom 97. But I haven't done one less race than him. I lead by 13 points over Ben. Ben tells me he's not racing next week. I will believe that when I see it. And Lolly is now 23 points back, despite having done one less race than me. So the Italian king, as his viewers would claim that he is, ain't doing too good, is he? Ain't doing too good. So championship's looking good. Constructors-wise, still P2 actually in the standings. I felt like Haas with Matt 2 and 2's adventures this season, I thought would be further back, especially considering how good Ryan 83 has been at times. I thought we'd be further back. So only 13 points between Haas and McLaren is not bad at all. So I need to now start getting some real big results. I want podiums in almost every race left in the season. I want a couple more wins, and I think we can take both championships. But we will see what happens on that. We will see. What's Lolly's POV? I don't even need to, do he? Doesn't even need to. Can reserves even report? I'm sure that they can. I did find my ear cups. I enjoyed the. I said it earlier, Ben. My favourite prank was moving this keyboard into the drawer and get my horrible old cheap keyboard out instead. Don't think you did, Hayden. That's not what it says here, buddy. No win for you. Props to Carl. Yeah, fair point. Props to Carl. I think we could definitely nitpick and say he should have done this, he should have done that, but certainly didn't do anything wrong. Very fair racing from Carl. He had some good pace as well. I think he definitely should have been on the podium at least, if not winning the race. But yeah, going for a little bit at the end as a reserve, going for soft, see what happens. I don't begrudge him for doing that. Wearing a present today fits like a glove. How tight is it, GB? I bought GB a present that says Grandad on it. It has got a car. I just saw it in a shop and I thought, that's a bit of GB. So GB got a present for me in Gillon Games. Now look at the end of race standings. What from the game, you mean? Very good. I thought you changed the sheet for a second from the game. To be fair, Hayden's done like, where is Hayden in the championship? He's P10, having missed 3 races with 64 points. How many points did Hayden score all of last season, please? 56 points Hayden scored in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 races. 56 points in 11 races last season. And this season, he's got 64 points from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 races. Wow. More than double the points per race on average for Hayden Gullis. That's actually his first podium. He's been very close to podium several times this season, so I actually didn't realise that. That's his first podium this season as well. So, yeah, Hayden's definitely taken a big step forward this race. Bottle of the day. I mean, it's obviously got to go to Carl for pitting at the end there. Or Crim's Internet, one of the two. It is actually perfect. Turns up still medium. Yeah, you're still medium. Also, if you're edged up to large, you need to order less McDonald's and Nando's, GB. Has Yiggy Doo's Turk actually set up a bot to instantly repeat what Ben and GB are saying? Because it seems too quick. Ben lost VIP. Oh, yeah, he did because we banned him. Nah, get him gone. You can earn it back. You do a prayer for me and my howdy. Crib, what's going on? What is going on? You're disconnecting more than most. Is it your internet? Are you on Wi-Fi? Have you got dodgy internet? Is it your computer? What is it? I appreciate it's mainly the game, but there's a reason that most other people who are playing the exact same game aren't having the issues, and you're having constant issues. What is it? I try wearing the La Romero shirt and it's horrendously slim now. Yeah, fair. I think that was always fairly tight though, to be fair, from what I recall. Lolly, as he crossed the line, said, "This is our game," hinting Carl, stick to your commentary job. Is that what you meant? I mean, we could directly translate it, but it won't necessarily mean the same thing in English, will it? My internet started playing up. Ah, fair, Crim. It's frustrating for you. Crim's internet cut out twice 30 minutes before the race started. Oh, that's annoying. There's a Ben's disconnect. Who are you with? Who's your ISP? All right, should we? All right, we won't put this in the video because we've done enough of it. But we will have a little cheeky little hate watch. In fact, actually, hold on. He might have. He streams on YouTube as well. We might have translations. Well, no, he does not. At least he doesn't leave them up.
I'm for Ricky to find a way through. 2/10.
Wait, why am this is not what I meant to do? So is he almost saying a reserve shouldn't be attacking me? Is that almost what he implies here? Sky? Okay. Right. I'm with Sky, but I'm with the No, not even a warning, it's crazy.
Buono. Ho fatto la stronzata, ma va bene. Gliel'ho fatta. Sì. This is our game. This is our game. Sì, bella. This... Ehi. Ehi. No. Non sono P10, eh.
Actually deserved. Can we...
No.
I'm happy to say these results, actually.
Io spero
Lolly deserves to be further down, so I've changed my mind. Hayden can win if Lolly gets P12. And Tom 97 P11. I don't know what he said, but yeah. Pro motor on him, yeah, I don't know what he's saying. But yeah, it's just bad mentality, isn't it, regardless? Ah, right. Is that it? Well, it has the race as a YouTube video. Hold the phone. I would quite like to hear what he's saying. But it doesn't always translate perfectly. It could be like a literal translation, couldn't it? That doesn't necessarily translate very well. We actually have like proper AI. You know how Instagram does the like automatic AI translations now? Can we have that? Have it captioned. Wait, Italian only? What? Look, it won't let me have subtitles off or Italian. Not English. What? And there's no option for... No option for dubbed either. I can't bother. I don't really care that much. All right. Let me just ask the guy in charge of Creator Series. Not a good look. No, it's not, is it? It's not. Through VSE pen? No, I'm good. Already viewed that enough on Friday. But yeah, it has captions, but I don't know. It doesn't have Italian. It doesn't have English. That's weird. Anyway, right, stuff for me, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the Clipbook. Yeah, I'll be back again this weekend. Now, I'm in theory taking no more weekends off Creator Series. So it's the fan vote Grand Prix this weekend. I don't know what that's going to entail. Whether they're going to put something up on social media to vote from, I've got no idea. But we'll look forward to that one, guys, this weekend. Don't know what the track's going to be. I imagine it'll be announced an hour before the race. That's normally what they do. But other than that, I've got no idea. Still an absence of wildcards this season. A bit of a surprise that. I'm not too sure why they've completely gotten rid of wildcards. I know they were sometimes unpopular, but it's Creator Series. It'd be nice to see occasionally, certainly a light wildcard that just mixes things up just a little bit without fundamentally changing the races. But we'll see if they come back later on. But yeah, there is one more break week, so there will be one more weekend off Creator Series in a couple of weeks' time. But this Saturday, I'll be back driving and looking forward to it. And as I said, I want to try and finish on the podium every single race. From here on out, I think hopefully I've got my dodgy races out of my system and we can be there or thereabouts. If it's P4, that's also fine, but I want no more bottles. I want no more P7s, please. Thank you very much. Anyway, guys, catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Right, thanks for joining today, guys. If you're watching live, I'm going to send you over to the VSE YouTube channel, as I always do, because they are, once again, well through the race. I keep... Like 13 of 25 for Jeddah. And Cole is racing. Cole is my championship rival. So he has now got a few points advantage. But I'm going to do a bit of practice this week for VSC Rank. Normally I turn up with no practice. But this week I'm going to do a bit of practice just to hopefully have better pace and see if I can bring the battle to Carl. And to Carl. But to Cole. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, I'm going to redirect. If you're watching on YouTube, I'll redirect you directly there. So you shouldn't need to do anything, I think. If you're watching on Twitch, do go click the link. Go to watch. We've got lovely TK commentating. He was in Gillon Games on Saturday. Do you know what, actually? Shout out to TK. At Gillon Games on Saturday, we did a Traitors-themed edition. Where we said that, just Traitors TV program. And TK said, if I'm a traitor, you can pour a bucket of water over my head. He said that, and he was a traitor. And fair play to him, a very good sport, allowed a bucket of water to be poured over his head. So I've got a lot of respect for it. I know I didn't actually check. I assume he's okay. He said he had a hoodie, so I think he's probably all right. But what a great sport! What a great sport! So fair play to TK. So yeah, I hope he had a good drive home, and I hope he's well. But yeah, he's commentated this VSC ranked race along with, of course, Safto was also. In fact, only left my house about 24 hours ago. He left about 6 p.m. yesterday. So yeah, good to hang out with those guys. But yeah, go and give the stream some love, guys. Go and enjoy, and I will catch you guys tomorrow for 3 p.m. UK time for Challenge Tuesday. Catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.